Top of the top. We up. We just gonna jump into it. Good to see everybody this morning. Tuesday already, y'all. What's up? What's up, EK69? What's up, Slim Jimmy? What's the word? Shout out to everybody that's catching us live. What's good, Punches? What's up, Latasha Jordan? What's up, everybody that's up this morning early? What's up, PJ? Let's go, man. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, we back at it again. Thank y'all all for tapping in. Back at it, man. Another week. Saga continues. It's just entertainment, y'all. It's just entertainment. So hopefully now people learn how to just get it. Like, it's entertainment. Nobody cares about celebrity, personal life, and all that. It's not about all that. Anyway, we'll get back to it, man. Shout out to everybody that's up this morning. Hold up. I'm looking at the chat, y'all, because you know I'm about to be back on my taking off. What's up, Sam? What's up, bro? What's up, Tiger? What's up, Kane? All right, thanks. Shout out to everybody got membership, everybody that taps in, Cash App, Super Chat. Shout out to everybody that watches the replay consistently, and everybody that enjoys the show, and everybody that understand where I be coming from. Other than that, we up early today, man. We not on a normal time schedule. Y'all up, I'm up, so let's just go. All right, I'm going to go slow today. But we got a lot to talk about. Let's just go. I'm still waking up. Let's go. All right. All right. A lot of things are being exposed, y'all. So that's all it is. Time is exposing things. That's all that's going on. It's called time. Nobody's going to cheat time. So I'm going to be politically correct. Hopefully I get what that Kendrick Drake beef was about. Just know that Jay-Z had 14 #1 hits. And Drake has topped it forever in history, forever. So nobody's gonna do about it. Only way they could have did it was outwork him and out hit him, make more hits. We're gonna talk about that, but we really gonna have some fun talking about something else. Y'all know what time it is. We're gonna be talking about Mr. Steve Harvey. Yes. Steve Harvey has officially threw Diddy under the bus. Steve Harvey has separated himself from the diddler. All I'm going to tell y'all all is everybody's on YouTube. Everybody's listening and watching. It's this new thing called, what they call them? Silver people? Silver? They call them silver content creators. You know who that is? Older people. It says a new fad of older people are doing content now. They call them silver creators, something like that. Anyway, Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has officially threw Diddy under the bus. Officially. Steve Harvey is fighting. He said he's not going to be quiet no more. Steve Harvey, he see what happened to everybody else. He saw what happened. He know what time it is. Didn't I tell you Steve Harvey don't want to be canceled? Did I also speak on Steve Harvey as a master of staying out the way? Steve Harvey has made a power move. Steve Harvey has trashed the diddler in Diddy behavior. We're going to get into that. Then we're going to get into Mary J. Blige. She's still beautiful. But they saying that Vegas show was horrible. And she's supposed to come back in July. They saying that Mary was sorry as hell. But I'm going to give her a pass. She never had to work this hard in her life. She had to work there for a whole month. Same thing J-Lo had to do. They got to live in a hotel for a whole month and perform every day. Something like that. Shows back to back to back to back to back to back. Y'all know Mary has not been performing like that. She been doing Power, all this other stuff. More complaints of her sitting down, rubbing her head, not even feeling it like that. And we're going to talk about Dwyane Wade. All this stuff coming back up. I told y'all all nothing is going to go away. It's the end of a 30-year wrap-up. It never stopped on TikTok. All these old heads been doing is trying to control the YouTube opinion. So they tell Dwyane Wade, you might as well just come out. They also saying that y'all favorite basketball team, the Miami Heat that y'all always loving. See, now, do y'all get it now? Why it was these men always on these bandwagons of these teams. Now everybody's on the Knicks. I've been a Knicks fan my whole life. I'm not buying none of this shit. I'm still trying to figure out how did the whole team, a bench, everybody that's a starter for the Knicks was a bench warmer somewhere else. And I'm just thinking, how the hell a bench warmer was predicted to win the championship? But it's something nobody's saying about the whole thing. We'll get into that. But for all my Miami Heat fans, it's not a mistake. A lot of y'all might be hot now. Hot in the ass. Because it's some things being said. They saying that the Miami Heat might have been the first, you know what, guys to win the championship. They saying maybe LeBron James is the GOAT because he won the championship with two Jomo. All right? So they saying it ain't just no damn Chris Bosh. That's what's being said. Y'all all blame Chris Bosh back in the day. But they saying it was all of them. And they saying Dwyane Wade need to just come out. Why? Because Dwyane Wade keep doing stuff. And they don't understand they have been doing stuff on this internet for 15 years. Dwyane Wade has a long track record of a certain behavior. There's evidence and proof against Dwyane Wade. Now, we're going to get into it today. Shout out to everybody that's up. What's up, Mr. Brown? Me, Brown. What's good? What's up, Sandra? How you doing today? Let's go, y'all. Let's go. All right. Once again, man, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. Let's go. All right. I'm going to be calm, cool, collective. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's close this whole chapter with clarity. No yelling, no screaming. We're going to deal with basic mathematics, English. We're going to go to school. Do y'all see what just happened? Do you now see why every year somebody had to go at Drake? Do you now see why all these podcasts set up against Drake? Do you now see how it was a whole media conglomerate, like a military army of media, a media military army against Drake? Somebody is so exposed. This shit is sad. You know why it's sad, y'all? You don't got to get it all. I'm going to tell y'all all. Y'all have been robbed for entertainment for 15 years straight. For 15 years straight, entertainment, something that was free. Free for the people. Free for humans to indulge in, whether comedy, music, drama. It has been controlled. I cannot believe that your entertainment was controlled for 15 years plus, 20 years plus. When I say control, guys, I'm talking about what you're going to laugh at, what you're not going to laugh at. I'm talking about how we can make Cat Williams disappear. You're going to love Kevinhart. I'm talking about, yo, guys, this shit is fucking sad. That's the only thing that pissed me off, man. Like, because I know, right? All the times I had to deal with shit, now I know what it was all about, see? Like when that whole Atlanta movement came with Ludacris, Lil Jon, now I know who's behind all that. When I understood the conspiracy, nobody from New York is ever going to shine again. That's what y'all don't get. See, the plan been to make Drake a star, but it backfired on somebody. So he became a star somewhere else. Drake was a replacement. See, guys, you got to look. Drake was a replacement for Chris Brown. New York. You're going to keep seeing a pattern ever since 2000s. Where Chris Brown from? Where Trey Songz from? Everybody that became a star in the 2000s, where they from? Are they from New York City? Where's New York's R&B Usher? Where's New York, their rapper under Jay-Z? Where's the R&B group? Where's New York's Destiny Child? Do you get what I'm saying? After 2000s, do you finally get it? It was a point. Somebody made it where nobody from New York is ever going to shine again. When I've been hearing rumors all these years of manipulation of this game, industry pressure, controlling the younger generation. See that? The guys that are basically baby boomers, the guys that are basically baby boomers control Generation X, millennials. Then they thought they was going to keep controlling Generation Z. Those are the 3 decades when I told you their time is up. I told you they were not going to be able to manipulate Generation Z because they got hip to what they did. They manipulated this game to stay at the top, which means some people had to suffer through slander, media attacks, media blackouts, slander campaigns. But somebody needed talent. They needed help. And when you don't go with their program, Kanye, when Kanye don't want to make no more Watch the Thrones, what happened? It is proof. After 30 years, somebody always needed help. Features. They needed help to get a deal. They needed help to put albums together. They needed all the top beats. They needed all the top rappers to feature. They needed all the top hits. They needed all the top moguls around them. They needed all the top CEOs around them. They needed a whole lot. But somehow it's just one guy. He just rapped and rapped and rapped and rapped. He first was spotted rapping on a sidekick. But back then it was a big joke. But now, who is the joke on? Who made that money fast? Who had $17 million in 2013? Somebody had 17 million when they was still in the game damn near 20 years. See, the beef slows you up. They were dealing with street tactics. When you make the money, bro, and then somebody start a beef with you, it messes your money up. See, now you got to defend yourself. You got to do all this other stuff. You're not focused on what you got to do. Every time you're going to see somebody came at them, right? Can you see the family now? Can you see the family tree? So they slowed it up because they know I've been talking about it. What I say, all these years, they've been using Drake for content, Kanye, because they are the number 1, 2. They must be bashed and dragged. And I told y'all all, if they don't talk about Drake and Kanye, they don't got no content. That's Breakfast Club, there's Joe Budden, and a few others. All right? So, are y'all getting this shit now? The question is, how the hell did he do it? How did he win? Okay, who stopped him? Who competed with him? Who outworked him? Who out-hustled him? Who made better music? See, do you get what I'm saying now? Well, some people just kept talking online, being on Instagram, taking pictures. They wasn't working. See that? It's not about favorites. Which one do you like? Do you like rap men or you like the rap game? Do you like entertainment or you like entertainment people? Well, I'm going to talk about entertainment, what it really is. It's about those Billboard charts, accolades, money, deals, commercial success, and that's what it's about. Who's actually winning? Who's doing what? Who's really a superstar? That's what it's always been about. The internet became low-level shit for low-level fans. The internet was for people that ain't shit, never gonna be shit, and they was gonna find people to look up to on this bitch. But when it was all said and done, they was gonna be stuck by themselves with nobody else to look up to. All right? Because you're looking at the living example of movers and shakers, people that get shit done, whether you like them or not. Hating don't get you nowhere. Can you now see you can hate? You can put up a whole lot of money, but some things you're not gonna stop. You're just not. Let's go, y'all, because now you're gonna get it clear. All right? Something happened. Something happened. The thing is, what happened? You be the judge. Something happened. But I told you, they're all predictable because of this internet. The same thing they played on is the same thing gonna poof them out of here. Drake was Chris Brown replacement. Remember when Chris Brown fell out? Boom, 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 boom. Did that to Rihanna? All right. Who was Rihanna's next love? What did I tell you a million times for me doing my homework? No, he was with them in the beginning, but somehow he left their ass. And like I said, everybody that left them became successful after that. Drake, Rihanna, Kanye. Rihanna goes back to these people. Rihanna getting bad news ever since. Rihanna house got shot up. Rihanna and them getting bad news ever since. They went backwards. They went backwards. Something happened. I told you this how it plays out. The whole East Coast, West Coast beef. What they kept telling you. What they kept telling you. Man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with two coasts. Man, that shit got something to do with two people. Who the two people? Allegedly, Diddy and Pac. Whole shit over Diddy and Pac allegedly, but do we know when it's over? No, to this day. Something happened. Same thing with them. Do you mean to tell me men have been choosing sides, picking sides over some personal shit between a man and another man? Let me find out a man got mad and upset and jealous of another man, and a jealous man made other men turn on another man. Let me find out, y'all. Ladies, y'all know goddamn well how when y'all catch y'all little beef with each other and you call yourself, y'all fall out, I ain't fucking with that bitch and all this, and you start telling your girls, I don't deal with her, you deal with her, I ain't dealing with you. Let me find out what this was about. Because it's clear as day. So, y'all, told you, when you go 30 years with never talking, but you've been on this internet, or you've been trying to hide from it, internet is a database. I told you the only secret is classified information. Something happened. We ain't never going to know. And I'm going to keep saying something happened. Code word. Something happened, meaning it's not a mistake, Drake. All of a sudden started getting all this hate. Somebody saw him coming for those charts a long time ago. If they can't make no money off you, they don't fuck with you. I told you they always mad at Drake. Rick Ross got mad at Drake. First Montana got mad at Drake. When Drake stopped doing music with them, they got mad because he was a guaranteed hit. Go to First Montana catalog. His biggest hit gonna be with Drake. Collaboration. Rick Ross collaboration is gonna be Drake. Now you're gonna get to the bottom of that J. Cole stuff too. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Something happened. You figure it out. All right. Drake officially surpassed Jay-Z as the rapper with the most #1 albums in Billboard history, achieving its 15th chart-topping album with Iceman. Drake's monumental milestone cemented his position as the rap act with the most #1 albums, permanently pushing him past Jay-Z's legendary tally. But don't get it twisted. This is just one category. Guys, please don't tell me you got dementia. You didn't forget about Eminem, did you? What did Eminem do? Sold the most rap records, right? Diamond. Jay-Z never went diamond. But I understood a long time ago what was going to happen. In the end, people are going to be written out of history. New York City started it, but in the end, they're going to be the main ones wiped out. That's what that Diddy stuff is about. That's what this Jay-Z stuff is about. They're all going to be wiped out of history. Well, a lot of y'all worship Egypt, right? Well, the same thing happened in Egypt. Same thing going to happen here. Remember how Alexander the Great took over that? Okay. Well, that's what happened to the rap game. Alexander the Great was Eminem. My point is, he did what was never done before. A lot of things y'all don't get how this shit been playing out. Check it out. Drake's monumental milestone cemented his position in the rap act with the most #1 albums, permanently pushing him past Jay-Z's legendary tally forever. Now, the only way Jay-Z can come back, he got to drop some hit albums. Can't buy it. Like I told you, can't pay for this one. Told you, can't pay for this one. Told you. He was playing that business, man. Meanwhile, Drake was working. Drake could have had a plan way back then. I'm going to pass all their records. But guess what? If Jay-Z was to make a classic album right now, he could be right back in position. It's not over yet because it's just a race forever. But see, this ain't back in the day. So, y'all, what happened? Something happened. How 1 minute they love Drake? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I don't like about them. You know what I don't like about them? They be cool as hell. When they want us to like all of them, they want us to like them. And then when they don't want us to like one of them, because they felt like it, that's how I go. You're going to hate them now. I said like him. But when I'm mad at him, y'all gonna hate his ass. And you better hate him. That's how it works. Guys, what happened? Meaning, y'all always want us to sway certain ways, but you don't want us to know what happened. What happened, y'all? No more talking this petty Kendrick shit. Kendrick was a nice deflection. All this low-level shit was a nice deflection. What really happened? What really goes on? Why they really don't like Drake? That's the question. So he breaking Michael Jackson records and Jay-Z records, but what'd he do? He's from a different era. They from an era where you indulge in your fame and clout, your glory. Drake just kept making music, collaborating. Y'all know he'll collaborate with somebody low level, high, don't matter. He just kept working and working and working and working and working, just working. Everybody else want to take pictures, be boss. But what happened though, y'all? See what happened? They were all cool at one point. Very cool. Very cool. So what happened? This shit was personal? You said you think it was personal? Did this seem like it was something personal? Somebody had a personal vendetta against Drake? And they kept sending like they pawns at him? Didn't Nicki say it's a personal vendetta against her? Huh? How many times I told you it was a time where Young Money was winning, everybody else disappeared. Young Money slayed everybody's career. When you had Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki out at the same goddamn time, everybody was shut down. I remember that era. Some of y'all was in prison, jail, fucking married on the couch. Y'all don't remember this time. They had already won this shit. How did these guys steal public opinion back? Through the internet. You mean to tell me after 2018, when they got back online and all the old heads got online in the pandemic, they started remixing history? Yup. It's not a coincidence I started going live around 2021 because I seen all the old heads start remixing history. I watched them all become haters. I watched them making up lies. I started seeing them talking like, yo, you wasn't even there. You sound like you wasn't even around. You sound like you just coming out of nowhere with these stories, but y'all missing like a whole decade of shit that happened. So I told you, this is shit they do. They try to get back to the regular scheduled program. So when they were selling liquor, who had the music they were selling the liquor to? If they were selling liquor by the case, who music was playing in the club? When them bottles getting popped in them sections, who you think music was playing? Then go back to that. They try to make it like that never happened. Meaning, the whole Atlanta scene from 2 Chainz, we ain't gonna go there. Everybody know what I'm talking about. They come online, started Joe Budden podcast, started Drink Champs. Now they starting this network of pinging each other. We're gonna keep each other going. We're gonna take we ain't winning the music, we ain't winning in streaming with no music, we ain't winning in no other field, but we're gonna take over this interview shit. And we're gonna start to lay down our history. We're gonna let them remember what we did. Remember what we did? Remember back in the day? Remember back in the day? Remember this? Yo, Jay, man. Yo, Jay. Yo, Nas, man. All this shit. All this. Yo, Puff, man. All this. Yo, Jay, man. They're bringing this shit back. See? Meanwhile, Drake just working. Everybody else just working. They was trying to bring us back into their world. I've been to what they was doing. When Nori said it to your face, Drake Champs is only for people that had a career 10 to 20 years. He was basically saying this channel was just for us. No young people, no new people. All right? Meanwhile, the whole thing was they was about to put the old heads back in a frenzy. That's why to this day, y'all still talking about y'all same old artists, but that was the plan. We're going to put them all back in the day. They're going to be talking about Mary, 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Jennifer Lopez, Ashanti. They're going to go back to that era. Meanwhile, we're going to keep them away from the new shit. It's this thing called 90s nostalgia, y'all. Nostalgia. Did you know it's a real reality right now of keeping people in the 90s? Yes, it is. I'll get into that another time. Y'all in the 90s, nostalgia, y'all. That's right. Y'all whole life is the 90s and early 2000s. But I want you to get, they understand that's a formula, all right? Because it keeps the money going. They also said that the tours that have been making the most money is all the old groups. Because I just watched on the news this morning. You know what they saying? Millennials and Generation Z, stuff like that. They saying we the new market for money because we allegedly are the old heads. The old heads that are now the shoppers and consumers of the old shit. Meaning, y'all the ones that buy the old tickets to see old rappers. Y'all the ones that still, you see what I'm saying? That's where we at now. And I'm saying that because they made a plan to keep y'all away from the future. That's why I say you're not looking at reality. Nowhere in history, ever. Y'all know this. What's wrong with y'all? How can you be raised on hip-hop, rap, entertainment your whole life, but you won't get it? Guys, you've never seen rappers at 55. You never seen rappers over 45. Y'all know this. Y'all know rappers just like NBA. Man, but they get them 37, about 35, 37, 38. That's about it. Getting close to that point, 40. Why? They've been rapping since 19, 18, 17. They're 55, y'all. 57, 56. They closer to senior citizens. There's nothing wrong with it. But see, the only thing that's wrong with it, you got proof. They didn't produce no talent, and you also got proof they might have been against the new talent. New generation, you was robbed of so much. The game is over. How many times I told you because they made it like that? You don't have shit because he controlled it all, even to this day. That's why the only proof you're going to get is the real world. When I kept telling you, the only way you're going to know who's winning is them goddamn charts. Is them shows. I know who can sell out arenas around the world and who can't. And there's nothing wrong with it. The only thing is this. You're not looking at this shit ain't even in reality. Why am I saying the age shit? Bro. 55 hanging out with 32. Better yet, 55 years old competing with 37. When people already understood, somebody stopped somebody from collaborating with all these men. When we spoke about laughing at Beyonce saying what? She ain't even collaborate with her peers the whole generation. She ain't getting no collaboration with Drake. They ain't work together. Everybody understands who been controlling the whole shit. The point is this. Why did everybody hate Drake when they used to love Drake? That's my whole point. What happened? I need somebody to tell me what happened. Because somebody had a lot of love for Drake. I'm talking about, I see somebody smiling with Drake like I ain't never seen him smile with nobody else ever in my life. Drake used to make somebody very happy. Maybe because they had a plan to make a lot of money off Drake. And when they couldn't make a lot of money off Drake, I told you, I'm starting to think people stole a lot of money to get where they at. I'm starting to think somebody was using street tactics. And I'm starting to believe people got fake numbers. They were finessing a whole lot of shit, y'all. I'm starting to think people didn't earn a lot. I think somebody was doing old school Brooklyn extortion moves on people, man, for millions of dollars. All right, let's go. Chart records and milestones. Drake and Jay-Z's accomplishments. Outline 2 different eras of dominance. #1 albums. Drake sits at 15. Chart toppers, putting him ahead of Jay-Z's 14. Historicals first. With the debut of Iceman, Drake also became the first artist in Billboard history to simultaneously hold the number 1 spot, #2, and #3 spots on Billboard Top 200. So there you got it. So like I said, it's a lot of differences. Same thing with LeBron and Jordan. All these whack-ass competitions. I tell you, it all started with Jay-Z, man. He started it all, goddammit. He gonna be the king because he said so. Talk LeBron. LeBron gonna be the king because he said so. They started trying to control your brain at the 2000s. Now let's put it together. Who were the top producers of the rap game? Who both got 2 dead artists? Swizz Beatz got dead DMX in his catalog. Timbaland got dead Aaliyah in his catalog. Timbaland, one day you're gonna face that Aaliyah shit. Because the word is you was obsessed with her. All y'all were. The question is, how y'all grown ass was obsessed with Aaliyah? And to this day, y'all ain't proved to me y'all get a whole bunch of other women. Y'all exposed. Timbaland Beats was $100 grand. Know why? Jay-Z made it where nobody could afford that shit. He gonna get beats for free and a low, but when you want to beat, tax their ass. Making all that shit high on purpose so you won't get that quality. Same thing with Hype Williams. Told you New York was a plot. They took over the game. That's why they started talking this money. Take away from the talent and the arts. He understood that. I got Timbaland, top producer. I got Swizz, top producer. I got Pharrell. How am I lose? How am I lose? How am I going to lose? Drake never had that. So I'm saying that because all the Jay-Z hits, I bet you're going to be a top producer on that bitch. It's going to be a top producer. It's a different era. Somebody used a lot of cheat codes. They were an industry gang. They were an industry mafia. But you're going to see Swizz Beatz ass be hot and don't he? That's right. Swizz, DMX going to haunt you forever. And Aaliyah going to haunt you forever, Timbaland. You guys are a big-ass family. Y'all niggas been together since the 90s. And the thing is this. One by one, y'all all getting exposed. It ain't my fault. Because something happened. You just tell me what happened, y'all. Who knows what happened? Why does everybody hate Drake? When did it start? Or who made it like that? When I said, I didn't ever assume Drake and Kendrick had beef. Oh, Kendrick, just look. Meek Mill had beef with Drake. Who Meek Mill down with? Pusha T had beef with Drake. Who Pusha T down with? Kendrick had beef with Drake. Who Kendrick down with? See what happens when the old man sticks around? If this was the streets, and the streets done put together, you was behind everybody getting robbed. You was behind everybody getting shot. You was behind everybody getting their house kicked in. You know what happened to you in the streets once everybody put it together. That's why you ain't supposed to be in the streets forever. Because if you a shice bucket and everybody start putting together, it was you the whole time. Tell you, man, something happened. I don't know what happened. Was this whole thing over jealousy? Let me find out. The whole planet got divided because of a man's jealous rage. To this day, East Coast, West Coast beef was over 2 people. They been knew rap was power. Rap is to give you the power, man. They understood hip-hop. That man understood that mic is power. Man, you gonna make them believe whatever you want. You could turn them all into goddamn soldiers. Somebody loved Drake a whole lot. I have saw somebody smiling with Drake more than I ever saw them smile ever. We went through all this shit. They don't even know we've been so bored on this internet. We literally looked at how rappers smile when they with their woman and how they smile when they together. They smile be different. Fool don't even smile like that with Beyonce. What happened, y'all? What happened? All right, let's go. Jay-Z asked Drake to give J. Cole a hit record, according to J. Cole's manager. Let's say it again. Jay-Z asked Drake to give J. Cole a hit record because they all wanted hit records from Drake. That's why they got mad at him. That was the first thing. They was mad when he blew up. He featuring with Future, everybody else but them. Y'all ain't get it. If you pay attention, he was only featuring with down south artists. Don't matter who it was. Anybody except for New York rappers. No Fabulous. No, we ain't collaborating Fab. Nope. He ain't Fab. Nope. No New York rappers at all. Plus, DMX had dissed him. They couldn't make no money off of him. They couldn't make no money with him. See, that's why I was telling. I see Rick Ross calm that shit down. Rick Ross, it don't make no sense for you to diss Drake. You and that man legacy, dummy. The hell is wrong with you? Why the hell would you diss him, Rick Ross, when you got you and that man legacy, which means you in there too? So Drake performs 10, 15, Rick Ross, you still relevant. You gonna still get money. Why they trick you, Rick Ross, to go against your legacy? Why, Rick Ross? You the one got features with Drake. They don't. See? Told you that they set your ass up, Rick Ross. You ain't from New York, brother. So I told you what's gonna happen. Rick Ross is actually the only one that got hits with Drake. And he the main one dissing him. Which don't make sense. Because it don't benefit him. Why would I diss somebody we made money together, bro? Bro, we made a lot of money together. Even though we don't speak no more, why the hell am I diss you for, bro? Why? Did you see Havoc did it to Mobb Deep? That's why Mobb Deep in the fucking trash. Instead of, they tricked Havoc. See, instead of Havoc able to keep the Mobb Deep legacy going, once Havoc got on the radio and tried to call Prodigy zesty, he ruined the Mobb Deep legacy. He got tricked. That's why Mobb Deep in the trash. New York destroyed their own brand. I told them that dissing and that dissing and not working. See, New York didn't understand, right? New York entertainers became big because it started in New York. We had access to all the big record labels, Sony, Universal, right in our face every day. It was, and we took it for granted. Meaning, once you made it in New York, you start feeling yourself because they know around the world y'all didn't have that access. Only time you're gonna see them on TV, MTV, VH1. But see, once the game changed, I told you the internet made this shit even Steven. World Wide Web made it where it's not about no one city. It's not about LA. It's not about New York. Around the world. How you know that? It was proven to you when you started seeing all these streaming rappers blow up from all over the map, right? You seeing rappers from all over. Florida, don't matter, right? Okay. Power of the internet. Dallas. They've been telling you New York don't control it no more because the web made it worldwide. That's what the streaming was about. When you started seeing these UK beats, people from UK making the beats, it became global. I know it's global, but your favorite rappers try to keep it local. To keep it local, you got to keep it New York. That's why I said all these things. Because outside of New York, they don't have no power. How many times I told y'all that? But New York got millions of people. So you can still have a certain fan base, but I told them that's not the world scale. Now, why am I saying that? What happened, y'all? Meaning, this is my whole point. Everybody that don't like Drake, you should feel like an idiot or a dummy. I'm saying it for a reason. History made you don't like Drake. If Drake would have stayed in his place, first of all, he wouldn't have no fucking career no more. He wouldn't have got nothing done. But you still would have liked Drake, like Pusha T. No, you still would have liked Drake like J. Cole. Oh, J. Cole was signed to somebody. Look what happened to him. J. Cole was signed to somebody. Look what happened to him. Isolation, man. That man always knew. See, Drake was smarter than Cam, Jadakiss. Reason why I say that, because it was a time Cam could have been bigger than Jay-Z. Jadakiss could have been bigger than Jay-Z. See? But Jay-Z understood something. Be their friend, keep them close, and that's how that's going to be. Meaning they never going to become competition. He neutralized all this New York competition. He made them all his friends. Who else used that same tactic? LeBron James and the NBA. Them guys still don't know that. Bro, you my competition. But I'm not going to let you know that. I'm going to make you my friend, dummy. So by you being my friend, you ain't never going to think about outdoing me because we cool like that, remember? But I'm outdo you all the time. That's why all the New York rappers got neutralized. Meaning, they've been in the game just as long as him. They've been rapping long as him. Damn near every rapper was a street favorite just like him. But see, when it came to business, that's when they wasn't smart. What they wasn't smart about? They all had their own business, which is their name. But they thought it was about friendship. He tricked them with friendship. Coca-Cola and Pepsi never going to be friends. Sprite and Mountain Dew is never going to be friends. Mercedes-Benz and BMW never going to merge. But stupid rappers do because they don't know about brand. They stupid now. They all exposed, y'all. Drake knew about branding. Let me get away from these guys. Somebody probably told him, like Biggie told Pop, yo, man, stay away. Somebody probably told him back to, yo, man, stay away from them guys, man. Kanye figured it out, left. Become a billionaire after that. No, y'all, it's all in the proof. What happened, y'all? You tell me what happened. What happened? They was all cool. If I'm not mistaken, I think they discovered Drake. They're the ones that got in the rap. See, they was going to pull a prank on us, New York. We're going to get this guy from Canada. We're going to make him the best rapper of all time. But the thing is, they thought they was going to control him, and it didn't work that way, which means he did it on his own without them. And on top of that, in the end, he topped all of them. Damn. Remember that time you heard what? Did he smack Drake? Okay, then. Why? 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 The question of the day is, why? Why does everybody hate Drake? Huh? Why they hate him now? They all loved him before? Okay. Maybe it's the hate you gave Drake that motivate him to just keep recording, keep recording, keep recording, keep recording. Because it's the facts today. What happened, y'all? The word of the day is what happened. Is this a typical light-skin hate thing? Is this a jealousy thing? What is this about? Jay-Z asked Drake to give J. Cole a hit record. Not a song, not a feature, a hit record. See? Because they make them hits. Give me one of them hits, man. They thought they had a Michael Jackson with them. See that? What happened, y'all? After Drake left them and started getting his weight up. What happened? What happened? Can you now see why everybody been against Drake all this time? You see that hat he got on, right? What hat Charlamagne was wearing? Who's Drake man adversaries? Tell you online gonna expose them. They've been online too fucking long. They've been in this game too long. It's a new world, it's a new time, a new day. It's not me, it's time. You're not gonna be Father Time. You're not gonna finesse the Grim Reaper. I told you a million times. What happened, y'all? What happened? Drake got that weight on him. Drake looked like he could fight now. Yeah. What happened though, y'all? They was cool at first. And just so happened, everybody beef with Drake. Down with who? Down with what? This shit is sad. Because you know why it's sad? It is sad this shit been happening for 20, 30 years. What I'm trying to tell y'all, this is not about no damn Drake. It's bigger than Drake. Drake is your proof in the end that no matter what they tried to stop him, it didn't work. But he's also your proof that if he didn't have a certain team, he would have been disappeared like everybody else. You now have your proof on what happens to everybody else. What happened, y'all? Let me find out all of this was over some jealous man shit. Let me find out. Because it ain't making no sense. But I told y'all, man, this is the reality of him. And I always will tell you, I can show you this shit every day. It never changed. It never stopped. And it's not going to stop. Hopefully he rocks the show. But I'm seeing everything strategic. Even from how the Michael Jackson movie out, Drake with the glove, Drake topping Jay-Z. See that Kanye West college bear in the back? Look what this shit say. Look at that phone, y'all. You see his face? Look at that phone. Look at his face and look what's on that phone. That phone say Diddy calling. Then I'll tell y'all guys, everybody can perpetrate. Nobody knows nothing until Diddy come home. Meanwhile, it's a lot of checkmates going on. Let's go. Steve Harvey, y'all. Steve Harvey has drew a line. Steve Harvey has finally got the balls up to go at Diddy. Steve Harvey understands something, y'all. He understands. Steve Harvey won his damn career. Steve Harvey don't want to go out like everybody else. How many times I told you Steve Harvey knew to lay low? He knew Cat Williams was out here talking shit. He knew to lay low. Steve Harvey is the only one that laid low. Get it? He didn't get it bad like Will. He didn't get it bad like T.D. Jakes. He didn't get it bad like Oprah. Denzel. Steve Harvey said, I'm not messing up my face with them white people. Meaning shit, they watch Family Feud. I represent family. That's my brand ruined after this. But what I've been talking about. So all the things I've been talking about, you're gonna see it with Steve Harvey. But the only thing with Steve is, Steve, you're late, Steve. What you doing now, you should have been did it. But what they say is never too late, right? All right, let's go. Shout out to everybody that's up. Hold up. Where my people at in this chat, man? The people that get up every day, that tap in. Where y'all at real quick? What's up, Sandra? What's up, Dramatic? What's up, Carlos? Shout out to the new people. What's up? What's up, Avani? Hola, Tip Love. What's up? Good to see y'all. Let's get back to it. All right, y'all. Let's get back to it. All right, let's go. This stuff tripping me out. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Steve Harvey fled the country. Why? Why they said that? Because Steve Harvey was laying low the whole time. Like I said, on this channel, I already went into everything before, during, and after. This whole thing is a 30-year wrap-up. When Snoop Dogg and Diddy was on the Steve Harvey show, that was about 97. It's a 30-year wrap-up. Steve Harvey is finally trying to distance himself. He trashed Diddy. He said Diddy ain't nobody to look up to. Steve Harvey was talking to the youngsters. So Steve Harvey has done what nobody else has done. You be the judge. But this is stuff that was out on Steve Harvey before that. Steve Harvey fled the country. At the time, what did they say Usher fled the country too? See, what people don't get, when that Diddy trial was going on, a lot of them was scared. A lot of them didn't know if they were getting locked up next. Never, so much stuff on the back end y'all didn't understand. See, when Diddy first got locked up, a lot of them were scared they were going to be locked up next. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. So you see it, right? Steve Money is the older crowd. Now, Steve laid low for a minute, but let's look at what Steve Harvey talking about now. Steve Harvey don't want to be in the trash. He don't want his career over with. He is trying to fight. Let's take a look. Steve Harvey warns young men to not become like Diddy. Now, y'all know out of all topics, he didn't have to talk about Diddy. He made a point to talk about Diddy. All right. Now, how many times I told you guys, Diddy is nobody to look up to. He's nobody to be proud of. He did what he did. He faced what he had to face. He apologized. That's where it stays at till he come home. That's where it's at. But he's nobody to be praised. When they still talking about bad boy story, bad boy this, bad boy that, this, that, the third, all of them still affiliated with him. I told him the joke's on them. This is not about me. I don't hate nobody. I don't want nobody to be broke. I don't wish the bad. I'm just telling them what it is. The rest of the world is on this. Let's go. Steve Harvey throwing some more gas. Let's go. Did he force my dad? What is all these AI memes about that we already been seeing over a year and a half? Is Steve Harvey trying to act like the whole world didn't know who Diddy was dating? But then again, Steve Harvey might be talking to the older generation. And the older generation, they wasn't online like that. So a lot of them don't know about what Diddy was doing. Got it? So, do you see Steve Harvey trying to slide to the left? Like he got nothing to do with this shit. But if he does, the only pass I'm going to give Steve Harvey, he going against it now. He know he better fix that shit. Check it out. Steve Harvey recently appeared on the One-on-One podcast with Chris Fade, speaking candidly about maintaining gentlemanlike manners and human decency amid periods of personal struggle. The conversation also came with a warning concerning Diddy. He reflected on the music mogul's history of violence and legal situations, urging young men to stay away from his path. The conversation begins around the 43-30-minute mark. So as you see, Steve Harvey said, stay away from people like Diddy. Man, I'm the one that been told you, people like Diddy come around, you're supposed to leave. I already told you that already. All right, there's certain people that's like that. There's certain people, when you see their face, something bad gonna happen, one way or another. There's gonna be some fun, but somebody still might die at the end of the club. It's something gonna happen. Hey, you might go get something to eat with them. Next thing you know, they're the ones in that shit fighting. You go with them shopping. Somehow they're the ones arguing with the person, the cashier. It's always gonna be some people, wherever they go, it's drama, drama, drama. So you gotta know who to hang with. The thing is this, Steve Harvey, you saying that a little late. That's all we saying. Because Steve Harvey is late. But at least he's getting away from it. He's denouncing that shit. Jamie Foxx says, did he try to get him? That helped his career. Terrence Howard tried it. That shit didn't work. Last time we checked Terrence Howard, he was down to $4 million. Ain't no telling what he got left. Steve Harvey don't want to go broke. He's nowhere near broke, but he don't want to go broke. He don't want nothing to do with this shit. Because he knows some things might come back to haunt him. Now, we all know this was a trending topic for a couple weeks. Now, everybody was asking, well, what the hell is Diddy doing with Lori Harvey? And that's supposed to have been Justin's girlfriend. Yeah, Diddy allegedly was promoting taking your son's girlfriend. All right, here you got it. That's hip-hop. Steve Harvey said Puff is not a good person. So he went somewhere else with it. He said Diddy ain't a good person, period. He said Puff is not a good person and said Puffy had to pay. He said he had to pay, y'all. He talking smoke on Diddy. He said he not a good person and he had to pay the price. Sin costs you more than you want to pay. He said sin costs you more than what you want to pay, and it makes you stay longer than you want to stay. He added. And that's what he's in now. He had the power to do whatever he wanted to do. But just because you could do something don't mean you should. You ask God for forgiveness. You've apologized. That's how you get through life. If you don't do that, man, you got to go to prison. So Steve Harvey said it. Diddy ain't a good person. So said he went far with it. He said he ain't a good person. He ain't say nothing about Diddy's good. He made some mistakes. He just trashed him. That's trashing him, y'all. He said he ain't a good person, period. You got all this money and power, but instead of you doing right with it, you want to abuse people. Steve Harvey talking shit. The question is, why is Steve Harvey the only one saying these things? So now on the record, the only people you got in the world of talking shit about Diddy is Steve Harvey and Gene Deal. That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else. And Tupac. Nobody else. Steve Harvey straight flipping on this man. He trashing him, saying he not a good person at all. That's what he get for being. That's what he get. And saying he ain't nobody even be around. He went in on Diddy, y'all. He went in on him. Meanwhile, Steve ain't stupid. Steve Harvey know all this shit been online, and he better fight. He better say something. Told you, man. They getting hip now. What I've been told, they should have been did. Steve Harvey, what you doing now? You could have did this shit 2024. But I told you, this is gonna put all the rappers to shame, because the rappers that were the main ones around him, they the ones still sitting out here like they something to be proud of. Meanwhile, if they didn't denounce him, that means they agree with his behavior. So Steve Harvey knows this shit is on him forever. I might as well denounce the man. He said Diddy is not a good guy. Are you trying to say he abused your daughter, Steve? Is that your next one? I didn't have nothing to do with it. I didn't know. What Steve Harvey said? Here's the biggest part. Steve Harvey said what I already told people. What Steve Harvey said. You'll turn into Puffy. You'll turn into Puffy. If you don't respect it, you'll turn into Puffy. So how many times I said it's a little bit of Diddy and everybody? How many times I said that? They've been loving hip-hop 30 years, but they don't want to accept everybody that flaws, shine, got a certain persona. It comes from Diddy. When you see Boosie, that's Diddy behavior. Huh? When you see Meek Mill, that's Lil Diddy. They all got the Diddy bop. They all got Diddy in them. Also fans, New York, popping bottles, buying out the bar. It's a little bit of Diddy in everybody. How many times I made that joke? What Steve Harvey say? You fuck around, gonna turn into Diddy. Wow. They've been liking Diddy and following his ass for 30 years plus. It's not by mistake. He's accused of abusing women. Who are the most women being abused? Diddy was alleged of being two-way. Who's the main man being accused of being two-way now? We talking about right now. We ain't talking about back in the day. We're talking about 2026. He throwing him under the bus. Look, check it out. He said, you'll turn into Diddy. You'll turn into Puffy if you don't respect it. And you got to do some time, man. You got to do some jail time, man. You got that Diddy behavior, man, you got to do some jail time to get that shit right. Right here. Harvey remarked, talking about Diddy. He was old enough to really get it together, but he didn't. You have to practice acts of kindness. Saying that Diddy was a piece of shit. You've got to be a gentleman through it all. Dudes gonna have more than one chick, but you can't be abusive. See what I'm saying? I told you that's what it's about. It's up they in trouble for their abuse. The word is they were abusing people. That's the word. They was abusing black people. But the main thing, what we know, the secret is they were abusing men. I'm going to say it again. The word is they were abusing men. That's the word. Men and women. Whether it's your career, your finances, what Nikki say? Her money, right? Abuse is many different things, y'all. Disrespecting people, slandering people. Abuse is many, taking your power, not helping nobody, not doing right by nobody, not helping nobody, not doing nothing nice, for real, from the heart. That's called abuse. Steve is telling you. You got to be a gentleman through it all. Dudes gonna have more than one chick. He telling you, man, people gonna have, dudes with money gonna have more than one girl, but that ain't an excuse to be abusing nobody. Right here. You've got to be a gentleman. Dudes gonna have more than one chick, but you don't have to be abusive with it. And abusive with it. Puffy was doing all this and getting away with a lot. He throwing that man under the bus. He said Puffy was doing all this abusing and getting away with a lot. Key word, getting away with a lot. Boy, Steve is not playing with him. Now, I'm going to give Steve Harvey this pass. Now, Steve, you took a long time to respond to this shit, but I see you trying to fix it real nice. He ain't holding back. You know what he really trying to say? Yeah, I might have been with Diddy. I might have been accused of being with Diddy, doing whatever, but I ain't do what he did. He did a whole lot of shit. He did some things they got away with. I ain't going to say it. That's what he trying to say. See, it's picking the best of the best of lesser evils. You know what I'm saying? That's what's playing out. Steve let it be known. Yeah, I was with him, but I don't abuse people like him. I don't abuse women like him. So I'm saying he throwing shots. Like, I was with him, but I ain't like him. He trying to say I do good stuff by people. It ain't in my heart like he is. He's saying he really ain't no good. You got it? Steve throwing that man all the way under the bus. But you don't have to be abusive with it and abrasive with it. Puffy was doing all this and getting away with it. Getting away with a lot. But when that video came out, because remember, everybody tried to front till that video came out. They said Cassie was lying. So check it out. Right here. But when that video came out, what you doing? For you to be a public figure, that's your reaction to this girl? That's what we caught on tape. My goodness. What's been going on when you ain't in front of the elevator? So Steve Harvey saying, like what a lot of people said, if Diddy acted like that shit in a hotel, can you imagine how he was offside of that shit? So Steve Harvey trashing Diddy. He not sparing him at all. At all. And they were cool. But Steve Harvey drawing a line. He got to protect that Steve Harvey brand. Suits, television. No, Steve he got the good guy image, right? He fighting to save his good. Steve Harvey is trying to redeem himself. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He has no choice. He is not sparing Diddy at all. So I told you guys, everybody that's going down with that sinking ship, they over with. This is why Mary J. Blige ain't gonna be successful. She not. She didn't deny Diddy. All Mary had to do was say he helped with my career, but I ain't had nothing to do with that stuff. I don't approve what he did to Cassie. She didn't say that. Mary J. Blige didn't stick up for a woman being abused. That's not gonna fly in the real world. Everybody understands with y'all, it's this code of silence. And y'all code of silence is to cover up y'all abusive, demonic ways. That's why nobody respects this shit, y'all. All right? So y'all don't come together in honesty and love. Y'all come together in shice, conspiracy, and dirt. So that's why it's like that. Steve Harvey said, you'll turn into Puffy if you don't respect it. All right? Why you say that? Because it's a little bit of Diddy in everybody. You still ain't going to get everybody out here running around like Diddy. That man put his spirit in everybody. His spirit. See Rick Ross when he first came out rapping. See how Rick Ross looked after Diddy. See how Meek Mill looked before he started rapping. Look at Meek Mill after Diddy. Look at Fresh Montana. Before he started rapping, look at Fresh Montana after Diddy. I keep fucking going. Look at Cameron. Look at all of them before. Look at Mace. All of them. Look at Biggie. All of them. It's a little bit of Diddy in everybody. Even down to the fans. He was a god of your music. Him and Jay-Z. Y'all whole spirit comes from him. That whole bling bling cash money. The spirit of Diddy. Still is. What Steve Harvey say? You'll turn into Puffy. He said, you'll turn into Puffy a lot of ways too. Yes, you will, brother. You'll turn him a lot of ways. Yes, you will. All of this on their Instagram timeline for years, months. You know, y'all, this is who the men are now. They got grown. It's a little bit of Diddy in everybody. All right? Let's go. See that? Fat Joe. Before he with Diddy, he didn't look like that. Fat Joe was dressing like a gangster. No, it's a little bit of Diddy in everybody. Go look at Jeezy before he was with Diddy. Look at Diddy. Look at Jeezy after that. They all turned to Diddy. What's wrong with y'all? One way or another. The spirit of Diddy goes in all their ass. One way or another. You know what happened to Meek Mill now, right? Now you see why Steve said that? All right. A little bit of Diddy and everybody. But what I want y'all to get, you're going to see it clear. They are nothing without Diddy. Being that he's not around with their career, where they at now, they were all a bunch of little Diddy knockoffs. You got your proof. All of them were Diddy knockoffs. Diddy made that man a star. Only person made a star without none of them. Right there. But was something happened? Somebody got mad at Drake. Meanwhile, did anybody else prove they can top Drake outside of them? Nope. So you got proof. Meek Mill went at Drake. Pusha T went at Drake. Kendrick Lamar went at Drake. Where all three of them at now? And who they work for? You got proof. It's a lot of Diddy winning Meek Mill. You got proof of that, don't you? All right. No, this game was fairies. I told y'all what happened. You guys gonna like fairies because Diddy picked every last one of these fairies. You gonna like who they say y'all gonna like. And you gonna be proud, Philly. You gonna be proud, Atlanta. Meanwhile, goddammit, the Diddler controlled the whole shit. Look at them before Diddy, you look at them after Diddy. And that's how you gonna know. It's very simple. It's very simple. Steve Harvey told you. You'll turn into Puffy. He was old enough to really get it together, but he didn't. You have to practice acts of kindness. You got to be a gentleman through it all. Dudes gonna have more than one chick, but you don't have to be abusive with it. No, Steve Harvey, these dudes don't got more than one chick. No, they don't. They don't got more than one chick, Steve Harvey. And they don't know how to treat no woman. They don't know shit. Oh, but they know some goddamn rap, and they know about Diddy. They know a whole lot about Diddy. All right? You got proof. None of them got no fucking woman. fatjoe married. Meek Mill. What's his relationships like? What's the joke we already made? When you're a Diddy boy, you can't have no girl. Chris Brown, meaning nobody steady. Chris Brown, Meek Mill, Bow Wow, Joe Budden. We'll keep going. Fabulous. We'll keep going. Fabulous knocked this girl out just like Diddy. What else happened? Fabulous girl left him just like Diddy. Jeezy wife left him just like Cassie did. I told you they all it's proven facts around here. Thanks to the internet, the official database. They all have female problems. Or they're in lawsuits some kind of way. A little bit of Diddy in all of them. You got it? Simple. They all fucking Diddy flunkies, y'all. They all his flunkies. That shit is killing me. I can't believe we went through 20 years of Diddy's fucking flunky puppets. And I told you, New York, everybody except for New York. Where ASAP Ferg at? Disappeared. New York like ASAP Ferg. Outside of New York like ASAP Ferg, he disappeared. All right. All right. Told y'all how it worked. Meanwhile, Steve Harvey going against the grain, y'all. Steve Harvey's not from New York. I told y'all what's going to happen. Everybody from New York going to stick together. And that's why they're not going to have no career. I told all y'all how it's going to play out. I told you, everybody loyal to Diddy going to fail. I told you it's a New York thing. They all set up to fail. This is why, even though Steve Harvey been trolled like everybody else, Steve Harvey been clowned like everybody else, Steve Harvey ain't gonna keep being quiet. He probably thought about it. Man, shit. I was at the Apollo. I've been trying to do. Diddy don't control my career like that. Man, screw that. Plus, Steve Harvey probably do the math like, man, I got more good than bad. So even if this is something bad on my jacket, I ain't about to go out like that. I did a lot of good stuff. Here you got it. He throwing Diddy all the way under the bus and telling the youngsters, don't look up to him. So you watching an industry guy go against an industry guy 100%. Throwing Diddy ass under the bus. He also, you know what else Steve Harvey doing? He drawing a line. So when Diddy come home, he low-key letting Diddy know, don't call me. We ain't cool no more. All right? He let him know we ain't cool no more. So you see what I tell you? That's the real interview. When I told you, I don't watch those whack-ass hip-hop sites. I don't watch whack-ass content because they're not going to talk for real. See that? That's why I told you it's a game. When you go to black channels, when they sit down with blacks, man, they give kiddie conversations. But when they go on other platforms, they get real conversations. Why? They're going to get real questions. And they're going to answer. Because anything outside of black entertainment is not controlled media. Because Steve will sit down with somebody black and say, don't ask me nothing about Diddy, man. Ask me nothing about that shit. But you sit down with somebody else, you don't know the questions, so you don't know the questions. You don't know the questions. And they ain't going to hit you up so it's live. That's the difference in media. All right? What they say, Steve? Tell him again, Steve. Somebody said, wow. Steve talking that shit. He talking junk. Steve ain't had no choice, y'all. If Steve ain't fight back, he was going down with this shit. His legacy going to be in the trash. Steve ain't stupid, y'all. He's seen Kevin Hart get roasted on Netflix. He also saw Kevin Hart make up with Cat Williams. And Steve Harvey knew Cat Williams was his adversary. So Steve Harvey is getting in front of this shit early. He you know what he said? I might as well go ahead and trash Diddy all the way. The fuck around Cat Williams start getting on stage joking on me and Diddy. I got to get away from this Diddy shit. Mind you, Steve Harvey is only going to trick a certain amount of fans. Put it like this. All the people that's older that don't know about Lori Harvey, they don't understand. They don't get it anyway. Get it? Meaning they don't get what this about right here. These memes. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go. They saying, Steve, amen. Now they say, Steve, now you need to address rayj, who doesn't want to tell the truth. I'll say that's not true because rayj did tell the truth. rayj did tell. rayj said what he said he lived with Diddy. Meaning rayj didn't hide his affiliation with Diddy. He didn't hide. rayj didn't play the quiet game. Tell you it's only two things. Either you're going to co-sign him or go against him. That quiet shit ain't going to work. Let's go. See that? Jay-Z invites people to party. What Steve Harvey said. What'd he say, y'all? You'll turn into Puffy. Since Diddy been in jail, who been throwing the parties? Diddy started throwing the parties. Who started throwing the brunches and the parties? Even though Diddy was known to be the man to throw the parties throughout all the decades, who else started throwing parties? Because parties are gatherings. And when he throw a party, you better come. If he got something to tell you, you better come to this damn party. Parties are trackers for celebrities, y'all. Hopefully you got it now. Some of those parties they were throwing with trackers. Damn, I ain't see y'all in a minute. Where the hell you been at? Y'all ain't been calling me? Yeah, I been. Where you been at? Yo, you got big. You won't see me on check-in no more. What's up? I'm about to throw a party. I throw his party. You gonna pull up, right? Yeah. Jay-Z invites people to party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Now, check it out. Let's go. Sister Mary. Sister Mary still getting smoked out, man. Sister Mary has ruined a percentage of her legacy by her Vegas performance. Guys, I had love for Mary. Mary is a beautiful woman. Yes, she is. But that has nothing to do with this entertainment shit and how she's going out. Mary J. Blige is looking like a woman that Diddy made be a star. She like a woman that had a good voice, but nothing else. A woman with a face and a voice and nothing else. And everything else was manufactured. How we know that? Since Diddy been gone, y'all. And the number one thing y'all got to get, Mary is performing by herself. There's no hype on stage, no Lil Kim, no remixes, herself. Every celebrity in R&B, all Frank Sinatra, goddammit, any singer in American history that was a superstar, eventually headlines Vegas. It is a major event for a celebrity. Vegas residency, when they will perform a month plus at a certain location, they have to work, but that is the main time where their fans get to come see them specifically. And these are facts, y'all. It is being said that Mary J. Blige has done the worst Vegas residency in American history. This ain't no fronting, no disrespect. They say she was horrible. From her dancing, not dancing like that, no energy, sitting down, looking like she don't want to be there, not indulging with fans, not showing no love. Even though the casino makes it more close and personal, Mary J. Blige seems to hate the grind of Las Vegas residency. Told you them feet been hurting, y'all. When you ain't even wearing them heels. You were looking in New York, you just come on stage and do your little bop, come out late, let's get it. You don't got to do much. When you got all these lights, camera, action, all this help, Madison Square Garden, big arenas, everybody love you, Mary, man. But when it's time to Vegas, you far from home. When you're in Vegas, it's based on nothing but you and your talent. People drive from all over to go to Vegas. They don't get, when you're people, my people on the West Coast understand, like when you're in Vegas, people drive there from Arizona, Colorado, California. They'll drive to just see Mary, Utah, whatever, to go see her. And they said this shit was horrible the whole time. She was there a month. And guess what? She comes back in June. Let's go. They saying that it's on her, it was on her face. That you can tell, they were saying you could tell she didn't want to be there by her face. Mary J. Blige is set to perform in Las Vegas through the summer, but recent videos suggest she'd prefer to go home right now. Mary has never had to do this in her life. And she's not with Diddy, y'all. Told you. It's starting to show. Let me also show you the shit they've been doing, y'all. I've been showing you this for a minute. I just ain't been keeping up with it. I've been trying to stay away from a lot of their negativity. Like, I understand, like, they're in their last day. I understand that they have to make the most money they can make, and they need the most publicity they can get. So I really been sparing them. Because I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to take them down. I'm saying that for a reason, because I've been noticing, like, with a lot of these black celebrities, they've been changing their avatars up, and they've been putting up humiliating avatars for them. And now, since I'm telling you, I'm gonna prove it to you in episodes in the future. I'm gonna show you the shit they've been doing. They've been purposely switching out their avatars. Meaning, this is Mary J. Blige Wikipedia. Now, y'all know for a fact, they can put some AI, they can put something better than that. You're going to see how they put Mary J. Blige looking like her age, right? That's the thing they're doing, y'all. See, I told you, it's going to backfire. By them playing with AI on Instagram, this is how they're going to get exposed. See, when they post them on Wikipedia, they got to put how they really look. Why? You can't put Mary J. Blige, she's 55 years old, but on Wikipedia, you can't make her look 29. See what I'm saying? You can't put a Wikipedia looking young as hell. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, by her being 55, you see right there, she looked 55, but she still looked good. No, they have been switching out their avatars. Some of them, they been putting their shit in black and white, using old janky shit. They've been doing certain things to their avatars on Wikipedia. I'm not playing with y'all. So, here you got it, y'all. Oh, yeah, when you see this right here, this TikTok. Jay-Z invites people to parties. Remember when I told you they being ragged on TikTok 24/7? Because it's the younger generation. The younger generation have been studying our generation. And that's why I told you our generation is considered the most demonic, satanic, evil, wicked, conniving generation. And the young generation look at our generation as evil. And that's why they expose it all on TikTok. How Diddy helped Mary J. Blige's career. See that? Why? It's people of this generation. They don't know that. It's people that wasn't around when I was a teenager. They don't know that. But do you see how they constantly bringing this shit up? Why it's never going to go away? How the hell, Mary, you going to escape the dealer when he's the one that created you? But if you don't believe me, what I say, just know, here's what the youngsters saying. They're studying black culture from 1990s to now. That's why if you pay attention, they're not with this. Guys, that's why I told you. It's not about Drake and Jay-Z. This whole shit is about the old against the young. The older people don't like Drake. People that like Jay-Z don't like Drake. It's very simple, y'all. This shit played out as some Willie Lynch old against the young shit. Younger generation. Y'all got robbed. So what am I telling you today? What akademiks told you. The truth is, the people that like Drake don't like the older generation anyway. How many times I got to tell you that? This is why I told you, y'all all in a haze mist of bullshit, make-believe, online shenanigans, sissy fights, and BS. The reality is the young generation does not look up to Jay-Z, Jadakiss, fatjoe, Mary J. Blige, Killer Kid. They don't look up to them. That's what it's about. This thing played out as the older generation hating on the younger generation. Because that's what it was about. The older generation, they want to take their ass home. The older generation had all the power, the clout. So they used their power and clout not to help the younger generation, but to silence them or control them. New York is the home of control freaks. All right? That's how it is. Here you got it. What I'm showing you that the new generation talks about this stuff. Mary J. Blige seems to hate the grind of Vegas. Now, what you're not looking at, the young generation. You from the young generation, meaning, I just say that word young generation. You got them 30 years old. You heard Mary songs growing up your whole life. Your mother played Mary. You liked Mary when you was little. You finally get to go see Mary. You 34. You finally get to see her. This the show Mary give you. Nothing. Sitting down. Half-ass dancing. But then you see J-Lo dancing the ass off still. You see Shakira still dancing. You get it? Mary ain't giving a good show. Lizzo big and be dancing the ass off. You see Mary, that's why I said no excuses, y'all. They said the same thing for Mary and Mariah Carey. They said they fucking boring. They act like they don't want to do it because they were divas. And all they had to do was stand and hold the mic. Now we're in a time of performance, and the young generation ain't being deceived because it's simple. They paying $500-$400 for these damn tickets they want to show. It's the young generation ain't buying this shit. That's why I say you gonna buy it. Other people not. How Diddy helped Mary J. Blige's career. I didn't see the video, but I'm just letting you know. Mary is never gonna escape it. All she had to do from day one was deny this shit. Like, yo, Mary was supposed to put out her own doc. They didn't put out docs. They kept talking online, y'all. That's their problem. I told you what happened. They kept giving stupid-ass interviews, podcasts. All they had to do was put money up to put out their own documentary. Say, look, I'm Mary J. Blige. I must protect my own brand. It's time for me to do my own thing. Soon as them goddamn tapes came out of him beating Cassie, 2023, November, right after that, people like Mary, I don't condone what Diddy did. He never did that to me. He never did that around me. I don't condone that behavior, but I'm not with this abusing woman stuff. That's all she had to say. And then right after that, hey, she can use it as a gimmick. Hey, my life. Make a new album for abused woman after that. Fuck it. A gimmick, right, Mary? But guess what? You'd have got away from this. Put out your own Mary J. Blige doc at the same time. That's all she had to do. I told you, they all was going to go down by silence. They thought there was some regular industry shit that's going to blow over. They didn't know the internet was going to slow up after Diddy. They didn't know after this Diddy shit wasn't not going to be distracted. It's nothing else to distract. Therefore, Mary performing, that's one hand, that's for her fans. But a lot of people that's not a fan of Diddy, they're not fans of Mary neither. If you want to talk about the deepest one within his legacy, she's the first. That's his baby, right? You know what I'm saying? As far as Mary's money is what helped Bad Boy flourish. She'll say it's a lot with that. Mary's one of the founders. So she's not escaping that. But she should have never played that. I don't know. She should never play that stupid ass game, y'all. Because everybody else gonna look as guilty by association. When he say Puff Daddy and the family, Puff Daddy's whole family is together. Which means Puff Daddy's whole family will not prosper, especially while he's in jail. If they do any prospering, I guess it's going to be when he come home. Told you, they all out here have made themselves targets. That's just what happened, y'all. They're targets for content. So you see right here on TikTok as we speak, going into Mary J. Blige's whole career. So if I didn't know this shit, here you got it right here. How Diddy helped Mary J. Blige's career. But I told you a million times, we might could say that about damn near everybody you're looking at right now. I also threw out there, if Diddy's smart, when he come home, he needs to do a documentary on all the people's career he helped. Only way, know why he got to do that? He has to do that to destroy the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of everybody against him, but meanwhile, y'all been supporting everybody he put on and everybody that been in his goddamn parties. One way or another. So my whole thing is, I don't think it's fair that Diddy gets all the blame and everybody else don't. That's the part I don't like. I don't agree with that part. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I say, even if I was down with them, I'm supposed to still face that music. Because we gang, right? So guess what? I'm going to stay gang in the end. And I'm going to stay gang by, I'm holding this shit down now. Yeah, he fucked up, but I'm going to hold this shit down. Diddy, you ain't got to let it stand on anyway, bro. But don't worry, I'm going to hold this shit down till you come home. But at the same time, bro, you don't run shit no more. See? They play this kid role. They fucking kids to Diddy. He was their father, y'all. They all acted like the child that was abused by the stepdad. That's how they all act in the end. They all act like the little brothers that was getting beat up in the room by the big brother. They ain't never tell mommy what big bro was doing to them in that damn room. Even though Cat Williams was the first one to tell y'all what go on in the rooms. What happened to Cat Williams after that, y'all? Well, we saw the whole world turn on Cat Williams. Can y'all now see this algorithm this internet was always sides? Pick one. You always happen to go against everybody that was against Diddy and Jay-Z. You went against Cat Williams, Kanye, Drake, Nicki. And I told y'all, the people that love him, I told you that you picked the wrong side. And in the end, it played out now. Y'all picked the corniest side, the lamest side. And if anybody was popping on that side, it was Diddy. I told you, we can prove everything about Diddy. You got proof Diddy really put hands on people. He ain't just abused women. You got proof he smacked men, jacked up J. Cole. He put hands on men too. Knocked the coach upside the head at UCLA. No, you got proof Diddy put in work. You got proof Diddy put hands on people. What about other people? You got proof Diddy get a whole lot of women. You also got proof Diddy like dildos. Ain't no shame in Diddy game. What I got from Diddy, if he don't like you, he gonna press you. He gonna dress your ass. He gonna come see you. But the proof I got on somebody else, conspiracy. Drake officially surpassed Jay-Z as rapper with the most #1 albums in Billboard history, achieving his 15th chart album. Drake's monumental milestone cemented his position as the rap act with the most #1 albums permanently, pushing him past Jay-Z's legendary tally. Now I'm going to tell you, Jay-Z fans, again, all Jay-Z got to do is drop another damn album. And if it's a hit, he'll be tied up for the record. That's simple. But when somebody start rapping for over 10 years and they got to do old anniversary songs, didn't he tell you want the old hoe, buy the old album? He was telling you, nigga, I ain't rapping no more. And if I do rap, I ain't rapping like that. He been shitting on rap fans. Jay-Z been shitting on rap fans. To their face. Been shitting on them. Man, you want to buy the whole album, fool? I ain't doing that. I don't rap like that no more. I'm a businessman, fool. I get money. Billionaire. See that? Meanwhile, he was not rapping. Now, let's look at energy and rap. Since Jay-Z started rapping, can you now see how all the New York rappers stopped rapping after he started rapping? You still didn't get that after Jay-Z started rapping. No New York rapper said, I need to take the spot now. I'm about to get the crown. What happened to them? He put them in title deals. He put them in contracts. Who he put in contracts? Jim Jones, fatjoe, Jadakiss. You mean everybody who was so-called Jay-Z competition, somehow in the end, they took money from him? Yep. And was in a contract by Jay-Z? Yep. It's called buy New York rappers. Buy their ass. Once you buy them, they work for you. They can't go against you. No such thing as your employee talking about the boss. That's what happened. Silence all those rappers. Meanwhile, did you see any rapper rap since Jay-Z stopped rapping? So don't be mad at Drake because he never stopped rapping. The question is, for all you Drake haters, the question today is, what happened? Where did all this beef come from? What happened? Are you seeing the Kanye pattern? What happened, y'all? Somebody got to explain this today. What happened? Because guess what? I never saw this. Guess what? If you asked me what song they sing together, I couldn't even tell you. But I know something happened between them two. Let me find out. All y'all have been indulging in another man's jealous rage. You ever heard about people that hide their hand and throw rocks? What about people that hide their hands and throw up the rock? Very interesting, isn't it? So you mean to tell me, without all the top producers, even though Pharrell moved on to Louis Vuitton, somebody still up Pharrell's ass? Pharrell couldn't even enjoy Louis Vuitton in peace? You not looking at Pharrell might be being held hostage? When Pharrell tried to get away from rap, how we know Pharrell ain't trying to get away from them forever? Next thing you know, Pharrell stay in their shit. Pharrell ain't accused of abusing nobody. Pharrell never got bad news. Pharrell wanted to do fashion. What happened? He do fashion, everybody want to hang at Louis with him. Meanwhile, if they make Pharrell lose that Louis Vuitton deal, don't be surprised. Because without them $100,000 beats, so let's talk about them charts. Yes, somebody got 14 hits on that chart, but they also got top producer. So for those who don't know music, when you got a hit on them charts, that's really 50-50. That's really 50-50. When you got a top producer that's a star, that's 50-50. That's how they gonna split that album money up. That's how they gonna split up that publishing. A hit record with a top producer is a 50-50. Now, if I asked you how many #1 hits Jay-Z got with a no-name producer, that's something you got to prove to me. Got it? They were brand merging, cheating, cheat codes. Meanwhile, with no top producer, no top backing, no albums get recorded. You heard about industries? You heard about industry. They are industry guys. He's an industry rapper. Always was. What's an industry rapper? A manufactured product. Real hip-hoppers were considered underground, backpack rappers, mixtape rappers, anything else, industry. Record deal, record label, budgets, Russell Simmons, Diddy, Andre Harrell, industry. They played the industry game. It had nothing to do with hip-hop and rap. Meaning it been stopped being based on natural talent. They made it of who you like. When you like somebody, you will spend your money on them for 30 years straight. They still gonna buy them tickets because they like people. They like people. That's why they bought the clothes. You buy another man's clothes when you like that man. It's a difference. It was never based on natural talent. Didn't they tell you it took somebody forever to get a record deal? Well, maybe when they got that record deal, they made sure they was never going to leave this damn industry. So all I'm asking y'all is what happened? What happened when Drake got that weight up and came back? You see how thick his neck is? Look at Hove's neck. When he got that weight up and came back to face his people, when he came back to, what happened after that? So you mean to tell me every rapper that went at Drake somehow is affiliated with that hat? What happened, y'all? What happened? What's the beef? Why everybody hate Drake? Is it because one man? Is this the same exact thing between Biggie and Tupac? Where some things happen that we don't know about, but somehow everybody turns on people? Let me find out this shit is over jealousy. Because they was very happy. I seen this man smile more than he ever smiled with Drake. I ain't never seen no smile like that. You prove to me a smile like that with anybody else. You prove to me a smile like that with Beyonce, and I'll wait. Told you everything has to be proven. What happened, y'all? But see, this is what I know. If you laugh like that with a man, when you get mad at him, you're going to really be mad. I can see how happy you are with it around him. So I already know if that man cut you off, that man say no more hits, we ain't doing no more nothing, that man don't answer your phone calls, I can see why that shit get real angry. Oh yeah, here goes some more proof for y'all right here. Check it out. Jay-Z asked Drake to give J. Cole a hit record, according to J. Cole's manager, Abraham. All right? J. Cole manager said Jay-Z asked Drake to give him a hit. Sounds about right. What else I know? French Montana wanted a hit. They got mad at Drake because he stopped recording with them. If Drake would have kept recording with them, you would have still loved Drake. Meaning it would have never been no Drake hate. What's the thing that happened recent? I know what happened. They told y'all all. Who was supposed to do the Super Bowl? Who asked Drake to do a Super Bowl and got denied? Who asked Drake to do a Super Bowl 2 times and got denied? Then after that, who go against Drake adversary The Weeknd? Who gave The Weeknd the Super Bowl stage? Why did 50 Cent say if it wasn't for Eminem, he would have done the Super Bowl? Because somebody tried to keep him out. How did Rihanna do the Super Bowl after Drake said no twice? So I told the Kendrick dummies. What they don't get is he asked Drake to do the Super Bowl first. He said no. Looks to me after that, it got very personal. Next thing you know, he know how Drake felt about Rihanna. Put Rihanna on Super Bowl. He know how Drake felt about The Weeknd. Put The Weeknd on Super Bowl. Somebody had a vengeance towards another man. You were able to see the rage of another man against another man. Was he scared Beyonce would like Drake? Was he scared that one day Drake would be like the whole time Beyonce? You know the joke I made a while ago? I said one day he came in a room and saw Beyonce on that phone listening to Drake, and he got mad, and it was on ever since. Did he? Guys, you love music, right? You don't think Drake and Beyonce could have made good music together? Come on, y'all. You ain't noticed all these people came out, Beyonce not getting no features with the new men? Only the men he approve of. She can rhyme with Kendrick and stuff like that. To rhyme with Beyonce, you got to be about 5'7" tops. Yeah. Meanwhile, let's go. All I'm asking y'all is what happened. Thank you very much, Linnell. What happened? So can y'all now all see y'all been on a bandwagon? Y'all, when I'm saying bandwagon, y'all been on a hate campaign because somebody wanted you to be. I told you, he controls y'all brain. He controls everybody you watch. The number 2 people hated by you know who is Drake and Kanye. The number 1 people hated on the planet is Drake, Kanye, and Trump. But everybody I said is doing better than everybody else. So I'm gonna ask y'all again, what the fuck happened? Where all this beef come from? Told you the word is they've been very abusive, abusing people, extorting people, extortion, making people do hits, making people record. You say no, your career over. But here's what they really saying about Jay-Z. The word is he's still scared of Diddy. Word is Diddy calling that phone. He's scared to death. But one day he's going to have to face Diddy one way or another. Because the word is he turned his back on the diddler. That's why Stevie J said he cutting off everybody that turned on Diddy. The word of the day is he's the main one that turned on Diddy. That's the word. So something happened. You figure it out. Steve Harvey getting far away from this shit. Steve Harvey threw this man under the bus. All right. Steve Harvey said Diddy is nobody to look up to. He told young men not to become like Diddy. Steve, you should have said it. Most of these men did become Diddy already. So right here, Steve Harvey recently appeared. The conversation also came with a warning concerning Diddy. He reflected on the music mogul's history of violence and legal situations, urging young men to stay away from this path. Stay away. Steve said Puff is not a good person, and he said he had to pay. Sin costs you this. He says, sin costs you more than you want to pay, and it makes you stay longer than you want to stay. He added, and that's where he's in now. He had the power to do whatever he wanted to do, but just because you could do something don't mean you should. You ask God for forgiveness. You've apologized. That's how you get through life. So he telling Diddy, you apologize. That's the start. That's a new start for you. But if you don't do that, man, you got to go to prison. So what the hell did I tell y'all already? Steve Harvey telling y'all, man. When I told y'all what happened, I said everybody already faced their redemption. Certain people didn't admit nothing yet. And mean they didn't apologize for nothing. When I told you all, you can't diss and drag and laugh at Diddy. He faced it all. He cannot be humiliated no more than what he already is. He faced it already. But nobody else did. This is not going away by silence with Steve Harvey telling you. Everybody affiliated with Diddy either became him or they are him, and he's letting you know. If you don't deny this man or denounce him, that means you just like him or you still with him. So Diddy apologized. But the other two people that was with him, they didn't say nothing yet. So I told you that's why they not going to prosper. They not. If they not going to give no blockbuster interview, they not going to prosper. All right? So when I've been told you their career was over, you pick one. Meek Mill, goodbye. Young Jeezy, goodbye. ASAP milk carton. FatJoe, podcaster. No more careers. What is Steve Harvey doing? The same exact thing he's been doing. Steve Harvey still got a career. He still got his career. He fighting. He ain't going down with that shit. Steve Harvey also knows he was being ragged like everybody else. He know that. He knows this. But he said he ain't going out like that. He fighting back. He gonna deny Diddy ass. Trashed him. And he told you youngsters, you'll turn the puppy if you don't respect it. He was old enough to really get it together. That man was 55 years old acting like that. But he didn't get it together. You have to practice acts of kindness. Practice acts of kindness. Why you got to practice? Because ain't no good or kindness in them. Basically telling you, he should have did more good. So all you got to do is think all the stuff Gene told you already. They say he ain't no good in him when it comes to that industry. So there you got it. Meanwhile, they saying what? How did he help Mary J. Blige's career? Meanwhile, yesterday, Queen Latifah hosted the American Music Awards. Just to keep y'all up to date, Queen Latifah is still in good standards. She's staying out the way. Queen Latifah still has about $60 million. She's not broke at all. Queen Latifah has showed us all and showed everybody how you retire with grace as a rapper. Y'all also know she been got away from rapping. Queen Latifah is way more respected for her acting than her damn rap because she been got away from rap. I also told you Queen Latifah had her own TV show, but they didn't support it. It got canceled. They were online so much, they didn't support none of the black people. They always talking this black talk, but a lot of black people got canceled because black people didn't watch them when they was on national TV. I want you black people to get your entertainers didn't register in households across America because you didn't support them. So it made it look like they all were flopping. As you see right here, her hit single, UNITY, later won a Grammy. Queen Latifah got a Grammy. Her place in music history, helping pave the way to her amassing an eye-watering net worth. She is now thought to be worth a staggering $60 million, thanks to successfully crossing over into acting and becoming one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. So there you have it, y'all. Queen Latifah has showed y'all the transition, which means she's from the same era as all of them, the same age bracket. She's from the same family fucking tree. But she was smart enough to understand something. I need to get away from all of them. That's what she did. Will Smith did it too. The Rock did it. That's why you don't get this shit with Diddy. Diddy might be responsible for a lot of people's career, but he still had to watch everybody be bigger than him and praise more than him. The only thing kept Diddy and Jay-Z going all these years worth, they were the richest. By them being the richest, they knew everybody would listen to them and follow them, even their entertainer peers. Even their entertainers would listen. That was the whole thing about the money. But you can clearly see Jay-Z and Diddy were placed as the two pillars to uphold this whole black entertainment. One of the pillars collapsed. The other pillar is cracked. And the whole shit already came tumbling down. Dwayne Wade, y'all. Dwayne Wade, I just got one thing. When you going to admit that you're from the motherland? When are you guys going to admit you're from the motherland? I'm talking about fresh from the motherland. Dwayne Wade, I'm going to assume you came in as a little immigrant. Dwayne Wade is being roasted, y'all. They saying he needs to come out. They saying, Dwayne, just come on out, man. Around here, Dwayne, I'm not going to say nothing. But like I said, I already assume what Gabrielle Union does to you, because the new fad is legs in the air for men. When you smell your own morning breath. Dwayne Wade is being roasted because they say he making duck lips. But what Dwayne Wade also don't know the joke that got played on all these stupid ass men. These men got groomed by watching men lay in the bed. You know the same way, ladies, you lay in the bed after sex with the man. It's also called pillow talking. A lot of men been groomed on Instagram to watch pillow talk. When I told you I retired from Instagram 24, I told you it was because a lot of things I was sick of. Ladies, you wasn't watching no men in the bed talk. Men were getting groomed to watch men lay on pillows. It's called pillow talking. The same way a man lays with a woman and talk. Men talk straight up on the square. Man, we talk eye to eye. Man, we don't talk to each other laying in the bed. But you got grown, bro. You thought it was normal, didn't you? So, bro, how many videos did you watch of men laying in the bed? So I can't watch no shit like that. That's me personally. Pillow talk is also called inviting you to the bedroom. They roast them for having duck lips. He was not moving like that. Look, they said Dwayne Wade wasn't moving like that in the NBA. They started to get hip. It wasn't just Chris Bosh, y'all. It wasn't just Chris Bosh. He was not moving like that. He was not moving like this when he was in the NBA. NBA fans debate Dwayne Wade's sexuality after viral duck lips. Viral duck lips. Wild ladies, them men pucking up their lips more than y'all. You got it. Dwayne Wade, you look like you're from the tribe of Zamunda. You look like you're from. All right? He goes viral for duck lips. Oh, man. Somebody asked a question. Should LeBron get more credit for winning that 2012, 2013 championship with a homosexual? You see that? They saying basically LeBron should get more credit for winning because he had two fairies on the team. That was a lot of work he had to do. Somebody said, Dwayne Wade, this Negro was not moving like that when he was in the NBA. This nigga wasn't moving like that. He moving suspect now. That's what they said, y'all. No, he been moving suspect. Bro, it ain't just this damn picture. I've seen Dwayne Wade with so many damn pocketbooks. I saw him more pocketbooks than Gabrielle Union. And I'm not playing. So, all you got to do is think. We're not going to say nothing. You think, you see Dwayne Wade pucking his lips. I know a lot of y'all saw that viral video of Chris Bosh popping that champagne bottle in that locker room. Busting that champagne bottle all over his face. So, y'all all know what they said about Chris Bosh, but y'all didn't get it, did you? You didn't get it, did you? What was the last ultimate joke on LeBron James? You know, party like a Diddy party. In the article, it speaks, this same thing speaks about LeBron and Diddy as well. I just didn't post that part. So, you got how Dwayne Wade acts now. You know how Chris Bosh was acting back then. You also know that LeBron was hanging with Diddy. Can you put it together now? What else they still didn't put together? When they played for Miami Heat, it was this thing called Diddy's house in Miami, which I later called the Freak Off Mansion. And it is not a celebrity that has not been to that Freak Off Mansion. Just know, the whole time they was in Miami, the Diddler was at the Freak Off Mansion. Later on, you will get Young Miami. He down there with Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Jim Jones moved down there, fatjoe, everybody moved down there, they all together. Nori moved it out, they all together. It was called the Miami Heat Experience. And them men were flaming hot in Miami. They were flaming hot down there. Yes, they were. All right? Don't forget, Miami also got the most, they said they got the most magnificent, zesty clubs on the planet. But all you got to know, the Miami Heat was hot for real. Cheetos. It wasn't just Chris Bosh. It wasn't just Chris Bosh. Do you got it now? Do you got it? So you was a Heat fan, be proud. Be proud, Heat fans. You was a Heat fan, right? Keep it going. I know you were Heat fans. A lot of y'all hot and ready now, too. A lot of y'all are hot and ready. A lot of y'all are flaming Cheetos. That's right. Basketball make it zesty, too. See, you play basketball so much, you're all with the bros, locker room, a bunch of balls, all this shit, playing, sweat. Yeah, bro. Some of them don't want to retire. It's not they don't want to retire. They don't want to leave that locker room. They don't want to leave that locker room. All right? So, you got it now? No, Dwayne Wade is a joke. They said he's horrible on TV. They say he need to get his ass out of here. And the word is, Gabrielle Union really wears the pants. Dwayne Wade, when are you going to admit you're from the tribe of Zamunda? You're from Zamunda or Wakanda, one of them. All right? So, the tweet instantly went viral, especially since it also shared a picture of Wade's recent post where he praised his own morning breath. Fans have been strongly agreeing to this theory. What's the theory? Dwayne Wade is zesty. That's the theory. Fans got hit. Fans have been strongly agreeing to this theory that Wade might actually be a closeted, you know what? They saying the word right there. I'm not going to repeat that word. They say he's closeted. And that it is only a matter of time before the retired basketball player comes out their closet. So the fans making bets on Dwayne Wade coming out soon. That's why it's called suspect. It's called suspect till they admit it. That's why it's called suspect. You have no proof. You have no facts. Suspect. But until he comes out, they say they just waiting for him to come out. Meaning when he come out, it won't be no shocking news. All right? This Negro was not moving like that when he was in the NBA. No, it's called coming out that closet, bro. I guess people that zesty know exactly what that means. I don't know if he's saying sit on his face. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying, man. All right? I just know men don't make that face with women. Because she going to say, what you trying to say, I stink? That you make a face like that with a woman, bro, you're going to be in trouble. So you can't make no face like that around women. I don't know what the hell he's doing, all right? Dwayne Wade, boy, you going out bad. Because they saying that. It's all three of you idiots. You got it now? That's why it ain't a good look for Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, you doing all this stuff. Dwayne Wade, you's a freak and a pervert, bro. You see Dwayne Wade with Gabrielle Union? Yeah, she been pimping his ass. No, they two cornballs. Gabrielle, yeah, her career was over. She needed to spend Dwayne Wade money so she won't go broke. Meanwhile, they have no influence. What happened at the Met Gala? Gabrielle Union talking. People start talking over her to ruin her interview. No, Dwayne Wade is a freak from Zamunda. Do you see this is what they be doing, y'all? Look, this is shit they do. Then they want to post they so-called. Can you see why people done with them? You see why they weird? All right. So which one is it, Dwayne Wade? Are you a sex model or are you a father? Which one is it? Which one is Dwayne Wade? Okay, y'all. That child had his mother and his father. We're going to just leave it at that. But you heard the saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now, does Dwayne Wade not look like he's from the tribe of Zamunda? All right. Even though he's going to talk all that black talk. No. All right? See what I told y'all? It's a pattern. All right. Let's go. What did Diana Ross say? While Michael Jackson's beloved pal, Diana Ross, wants nothing to do with that new biopic on the King of Pop. So here you have it. Diana Ross says she don't want nothing to do with that Michael Jackson doc. They saying that shit fugazi, watered down, and a money grab. Here you got it. Now, I got a message to some of y'all right now. Let's get this right today. Let's get this clear today. If you are the type that let your dog off the leash in public, you are an idiot. But I'm going to give you a pass. If you have anything other than a pit bull, I'll give you a pass. But if you got a pit bull and you let your dog off the leash when you walk it, people like you, I want to punch you in your face. People like you, I don't like you. Why this stuff happens to me? Now, what you're looking at is a situation. You see that old man? He got a dog. His dog off the damn leash. That black guy walking his dog. The old man dogs attack his dog. And he's saying, get your dog. Get your dog. Get your dog. The old man just standing there frozen. He's old. So why would you be an old man with a dog off the leash, a goddamn pit bull? Now, this happened to me last week. Now, I ain't get bit by no dog or nothing because I'm smarter than that. So sometimes I'll walk to the store. But there's some people, they got pit bulls. And they be walking the pit bull. A lot of time he be chained up, but they stupid ass be having them free. So I see it. I cross the street, and I'm looking at this stupid ass person. This stupid ass whore got the dog off the leash while she's playing on her phone, y'all. And I'm just looking at her like, you stupid bitch. If your dog launch at somebody right now, you ain't gonna be able to do shit. First of all, your ass fat. Y'all gonna be disrespectful. Second of all, if that dog run, you ain't gonna stop it to catch it. Why the hell you got your pit bull off the leash and you on your phone? So they be ready to let their dog attack people. Because that's how stupid they are, y'all. Why you don't walk? I don't give a damn if you say it ain't gonna do nothing. You're stupid. Animals are smarter than you humans. Your dog is smarter than you. You the dummy. Because if that dog have a certain scent, if that dog, say I got a house full of cats. Say I got a house full of dogs. Say my dog pregnant and that scent on me and I walk past your dog, stupid. Say I just finished making some steaks and I just finished seasoning the steak with my hand. I got some of that steak blood on me and that dog smell that steak. Dumbass, he gonna attack. He's an animal. So from now on, get through your head, keep a pit bull on the leash unless you want your dog dead. Because that man, dog was off the leash, mauling his pit. He trying to put his pit in the car. That dog was mauling. That man started fucking his pit up. Old man standing there the whole time. Then after that, this guy puts his dog in there. The old man still letting his dog walk around. Old people, you do not deserve to drive no more or have a fucking pit bull. Because they get me, I'm sick of people with their dog not put them on a leash. The fuck is wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying, y'all, for real? Well, he don't bite. So you could think for animal now, you a fucking dog whisperer? What I'm trying to tell y'all is this. Some things you can't say sorry. If your pit bull mauls somebody, you can't say sorry. It's beyond a fucking lawsuit. Your stupid ass playing on your phone with your dog off the leash, you an asshole. So I'm telling y'all, keep your pit bull on the leash, all right? Because this black man tell him, get your dog, man. Why he beating the crap out that dog. Because the dog locked up on his dog. The dog locked. So he's like, get your dog, get your dog. He trying to beat that dog off and kill it. The white man just standing there. His old lad just standing there. Slow as hell. I'm like, man, you can't make this shit up. Yo, y'all, keep your dog on the leash. Straight up. Letting your dog off the leash, guys, is for people that got a fucking backyard with a fence. All right? Like, for y'all, some of y'all that don't get this shit, because y'all been watching TV, a lot of y'all want to be dog owners. You can't wipe your own ass, right? You let your dog off the chain when you got a backyard and that dog will run around in the backyard. That's when you let him off the chain. You get it? No chain, no fence, you don't let him off chain. And y'all be doing stupid ass shit, man. The Revenge of the 90s Mall brand. So remember when I told you the 90s is coming back? It's called 90s nostalgia. What they are saying that, this is the funny shit, y'all. Everybody got tricked, y'all. See, remember how many times I told y'all this shit? I said Generation Z and everybody want to act like everything they do is so new. I said nothing they do is new. It's just the internet. They're tricked by online to think they doing new shit. But what did I say, y'all? I said everything they doing is from the fucking 90s. How many times I said that? How many times I said the 90s was the best era? How many times I said nobody has topped the 90s yet? What did I say? Our generation was the greatest. The 90s was the best decade of all decades. I said it already. But what you didn't get is everybody's still living in the 90s. And they speaking about how the new generations, when they want to detach from the internet, they're tapping into the 90s frequency. How many times I showed you? New generation back what? Buying records, buying albums. The new generation, other parents teaching their kids what? House phones. Be on a computer in the house. I told the world the 90s was the best decade of all decades, and I challenge anybody on that. The best decade. Everything to this day you think is cool, hip-hop, and whatever the fuck you think, it come from the 90s. Y'all still getting tracks and sew-ins for the 90s. Bro, you're still wearing Jordans like the 90s. Guys, you still wearing Dunks from 1984, 85, 86. Your whole life is fucking 90s. What's the top brand still? Air Max, 90s. Everything you say gonna be fucking 90s, y'all. Everything is from the 90s in your life. What I was telling you was nothing else created after the 90s stood the test of times, which means everything created in the 2000s was straight bullshit. Like I told you, everything manufactured from the 90s was straight, from 2000s, straight trash. Everybody that became a superstar after 2000 was a what? Industry. It's trash, manufactured. When you see Jay-Z, you see Jay-Z. I look at a man was inspired by the 90s. 90s was the greatest inspiration of inspiring. You loved Apple. Apple became inspired heavily in the 90s when them computers came out. Oh, guess what else, y'all? Being that a lot of people are poor now. You know the main people that used to buy iPhones? Yeah, a lot of them, they poor now, y'all. A lot of them poor and in jail. You know what? They're giving away iPhone 17s now. They're giving them shits away because they're not buying them. They're not selling no more. Everybody followed the hip-hop community and had iPhones, but they're not selling no more. They're giving them 17s away. Yes, they are. I saw them shits yesterday. T-Mobile giving us away so many iPhones. Nope. Hip-hop community is gone. Everybody's in jail. Everybody fell off the fucking map. They can't afford no new cell phone, so they ain't getting one. They're giving away iPhones, y'all. My point is this. It's a 90s nostalgia. Let me show you what it is. These are all the things I've been telling you, because like I said, on this channel, you're always going to be ahead. What they was breaking down on TV is the whole scenario of this. The 90s is a money brand. Put it like this. The 90s is a market, y'all. Here how it worked. We were teenagers in the 90s. They know we grown now. But they know one thing. We're going to buy and support everything from the 90s. That's why all of these celebrities from the 90s still around, and they have admitted on the news that all of the older concerts have been making the most money. They understand. I told you how many times I told you we the target. The generations from the 90s that grew up is now considered the big market of money spenders. And that's why everything marketed and rolled out is catered to us. That's why Jay-Z performing again. Remember I told you they all got to come back out? Now you see what I was, now y'all see why I was saying it? You got it now? It's a reason why they all had to come back out. Mary J. Blige, it's money. They understand. Okay, you was a teenager when Mary came out, but your ass grown, you got a good job, you got a career, you got money now. So you know what that means? Back in the day, you just bought Mary's CD. That was a couple dollars, but now you're going to pay for that ticket. It's a brand, meaning they know now you're going to go see Mary and you're going to go shopping. They know all your old icons keep the economy going for your era. It's all a science project, and it works. It's called the 90s nostalgia. Yes. Why you think Brandy coming back out? Told you, man. No, I told you I've been figuring this shit out. Then how many times I told you it's important to keep you in the past? Told you. How many times I told y'all it's important that you never see your future? Why? If you start liking future shit, all the old shit dies and goes broke. That's why. You got it? The 90s nostalgia trend is a massive culture resurgence celebrating the fashion, aesthetics, lifestyle of the 1990s. Driven heavily by both millennials and Generation Z. It serves as a comforting escape from hyper-digital modern life. So shout out to Gen Z. I told you, it said millennial and Gen Z. All they doing is what? Going back into the 90s. I told you that. Because they didn't live the 90s. They heard all the stories about how the 90s was the best. So I told you, when they going back into this, they study the 90s. How many times I told you? The young generation is the one studying the 90s for the good and the bad. See on TikTok, what they said on TikTok, how Diddy helped Mary J. Blige's career. Why? If you're a millennial or you Generation Z, you didn't know that. So that's why you see them posting it as new news, because they going into this old shit. It's interesting to them. We kept the 90s a big secret, so they want to know. Here you got it. But didn't I tell you all? I said, guys, their whole life is the 90s. What else come from the 90s? When all the women start wearing fucking tights. That's from the 90s, 80s, y'all. Nothing they did was new at all. How you know that? Okay, let me give y'all the test. Simple, y'all, very simple. What came out in our era? Air Max. Right? What was the top sneaker in the 90s? Air Max, Jordans, Air Force One. Stop right there. What sneaker came out and topped those? What brand of sneaker topped those to this day? When you call yourself getting fresh, well, okay, what sneakers top Air Max? You got to look at generations now. If I say, yo, what was the sneaker of the 2000s? Yo, what was the top sneaker of 2010? What was the top sneakers of 2020s? They still wearing Jordans. They still wearing the same shit for the night. I told you. How many times I kept telling you the same shit? I cannot be motivated by shit I wore as a child. Now, this is the thing. I still got everything from the 90s too, though. So I tell you, I'm with the now and the old. But I know what I be talking about, meaning the classic best shit is the old shit. But I was telling the new generation, you didn't start nothing new. Everything y'all did was following us. Only thing y'all didn't do was learn correctly. You didn't study history. You didn't respect your elders. And you didn't create no originality. That's what y'all didn't do. But everything y'all did come from us, period. Even to the fucking dreads, that's the 90s. They all got dreads. When we start wearing dreads, the 90s. Fades, all these, the 90s. All this golden jewelry, what we do, 90s. Some of us wearing multiple jewelry going to high school, guys. Rings, chains, gold teeth, high school, all right? I had gold teeth 14, 13 years old, y'all, nothing new. So I want y'all to get where it come from. We started everything you see. Now, New York did do that. So get that part right. Nothing I have saw has impressed me. So I told you, only thing going to impress me is when people start flying. So Generation Z, millennial, you always trick. Nobody has topped Generation X yet. Generation X is everything you see. Elon Musk was Generation X, which means the world of tech was started by Generation X. One side, Generation X, going to be entertainment. The other side, Generation X, going to be tech. Generation X, the most generation born with the most talent, period. from drawing, singing, dancing, smart, working on computers, filing paperwork. No, the smartest. The generation of the honor roll. Fool, that's Generation X, fool. That's 90s. That's when honor roll was cool. Honor roll. Y'all wasn't raised in no fucking honor roll, no. Y'all were tricked. Only reason I'm saying y'all were tricked. Y'all were going to think everything online was real. And you see, they tricked y'all to think y'all smart because you learned everything online. You learn how to dress online. Your knowledge comes from online. You never held a book. Nothing, you didn't do nothing physical. Everything you did was a replica, aka a hologram. Generation Z, you were raised on holograms, which means you didn't do shit. You thought you were making rap songs. No, you was in the house on a computer. That was a hologram. You did everything holographic, which means fake, not real. So what they're telling you now is people from Millennium and Generation Z, they now are doing everything physical now. See, they realizing they lived in this world of hologram shit, fake stuff. Now they actually want to experience it. When they wasn't raised in a mall, didn't I tell you the mall coming back? Didn't I tell you the movie theater coming back? They wasn't raised in the mall going to the movies. They were raised watching shit on their phone. So what's happening is, y'all, here's the play. In order for these people to get back normal, they have to go back to the 90s. And the waves of the 90s will bring you up to date as a human, y'all. That's what this is about. So you're going to see. It's in the record books. He became the biggest thing smoking in 1999, right before 2000. Him and Eminem. Because in 2000, something else happened. I tell you, after 2000s, black culture became hijacked and monetized at a high level. When 2000 came in, they said, we're going to exploit the hell out this culture. We're going to get so rich off this shit. And ever since 2000, y'all, it was never about originality. It was never about real culture. It was about what you're going to buy, what you're going to say, what they're going to do. They want you to wear Jordans, you're going to wear Jordans. They want y'all to wear Dunks, you're going to wear Dunks. They want you to wear Crocs, you're going to wear Crocs. Whatever it is they want you to fucking wear, you're going to wear. Back in the day, it was all original. You going to run for Swatch watches. That ain't nothing new. Swatch watch when we in high school. So I can't get hyped for a Swatch watch. Swatch watch, high school. All right? Everything y'all fucking say going to go back to high school, elementary. Period. Period. All right? So we always been original where I'm from. You got this, I'm going to get that. You got the new Nikes, I'm getting the new Reebok. You got the new Air Force Ones, I'm going to go get the Reebok pumps. You got the Reebok pumps, I'm going to go get the felines with the strap. That's how we come up. We always competed by being different and original. Y'all didn't do that, y'all followers. You see that? I want those. I'm going to get those. No, y'all don't got it. Y'all became replica. The game you in is called replica. Monkey see, monkey do. He rap like that, I'm going to rap like that. If he win like that, I'm going to try to win like that. He look like that, I'm going to look like that. If he get girls, he do that, I'm going to do it too. He got a black car, I'm going to get a black car. Oh, yeah, I meant to show y'all this. I'm going to show y'all tomorrow. I'm going to show y'all how stupid Floyd Mayweather is. See, when you look today at how many black cars he got, Floyd Mayweather got all those cars in black. And I told you hip-hop fan guys, I told the bros, you drive all black cars because rappers drive all black cars. Guys, did you know all black cars really depreciate the value of your shit? When I show you that garage, all them black cars Floyd Mayweather got, you're going to see how stupid he is now. You're going to say, why the fuck he got all them cars in black? Because celebrities don't want to be seen. See, they want to be seen and not seen. That's why they be all black. But I'm going to show y'all tomorrow how Floyd got all those cars in all black, which is really a fucking waste of money, y'all. I'm going to show y'all tomorrow how stupid he was. Big ass garage full of all these black cars. Let's go. Now I'm saying that because you followed them, and that's why you are the way you are to this day. The whole purpose of Instagram was they became online sensations where the influence was about you following them. You're going to like them. You're going to pursue them in concert. You're going to watch them every day. You gonna dress like them? What Jay-Z got on? Oh, he got on that shirt? I'm gonna go buy this shirt. Jay-Z gonna be accused of doing shit? You gonna be accused of doing shit too. So just see right here. They saying Jay-Z scared of Diddy still. They say Diddy call him, he not answering. The word is of the day, the $1 million question. What happened? What happened, y'all? Somebody got to explain this. Men don't just start beefing out of nowhere. Why was all these armies against Drake? What happened? What you got to prove today? Everything they tried to do to stop him from topping them charts somehow didn't work. You also got the proof everybody went against Drake in the past 10 years is documented online. Somehow they was affiliated with that hat. Pusha T, Charlamagne, Kendrick, Joe Budden. Huh? What happened, y'all? What happened? What's the word when you fall out with them? What's the word when you fall out with them? What's the word? All right. What happened, y'all? See, they come blackball him. But see, he was with them first. Like I said, I did my homework. He was with them first. But something happened. What happened? You used to like Drake. What happened? Let me find out. The world turned on Drake because of one man's jealousy. The same formula of Diddy and Pop, when they said it was just because two men are able to make men pick a side of which man they like better when it's all supposed to be about music and who music the best, who winning for real. One man won with the woman, one man did not. Which man had a bigger female fan base and who did not? Who is the main one that got the support of all the bros on the planet? See, they two different people. One got all the men, one got all the women. One got man and woman, one don't got all the woman like that. You ain't get it yet. Steve Harvey said they ain't shit. Steve Harvey said all they did was abuse their power. And for you abuse your power, you gotta abuse black people. All right? So I keep telling you, idiots keep picking and choosing. In other words, don't pick, just shut up. What happened? Is it because Drake didn't want to get abused? Is it because Drake ain't want to be a sidekick? He ain't want to be second fiddle? Or maybe Drake ain't want to end up like Jim Jones. Maybe Drake ain't want to end up like everybody else. It's a track record. When you sign to him, you don't go up, you go down. I told you, they used to love Pusha T. Drake says he's like Pusha T. Everybody's like Pusha T. Pusha T was a cool dude. But somehow, Pusha T become the bad guy going against Drake. Why? That stops Pusha T from collaborating with Drake. Now look at the music Drake and Pusha T could have made. See? He makes people beef so they won't make classic music. The same thing I told you with Rick Ross. Rick Ross, why you beefing with Drake when y'all got hits together? Rick Ross, Jay-Z and Drake don't have no hits together like that. You do, Rick. But you going to diss Drake, Rick Ross, and ruin your career? Meaning you going to hurt yourself. For what? The conspiracy against Drake. It's over now because he has top Jay-Z forever. Now, if Jay-Z wants to get motivated and come back out, he has to drop a hit album. If he drops a hit album, he can tie the charts back up. So here you have it. It's all on you now, Hov. No hype, no gimmicks, no more Timberland, no more features, no more none of that shit, Jay. It's all on you now, bro. Cause I told the world y'all all they're gonna turn on y'all back into rappers. So guess what, Jay? You need to drop some hits. You need to go back and hit that studio. Now, Jay, we in a time of proving it. See, y'all from the industry era where y'all always handpicked one by one. Now we're in a time of transparency. Who are you? Who the fuck are you today? Who are you? What do you do? What can you do on your own? Prove it now. So all you got to do now is prove it all. Drop that album. God damn it. Do an album. Get your little features. Drop a whole album right now. All right? Drop a whole album right now. And let's see how I hit them charts. All right? No. If I do my homework on all his hits, they're going to have top producers on there too. It takes two to make a hit. Swiss Beats, they beats was $100,000 back then. 100. Straight up. Light work. Thank you, LJ. They was charging $100,000, but I think they was playing the game. I think so Jay-Z would stop you from getting a hit. He made them charge more. How many times you heard Jay-Z took people hit songs? How many times you heard that? He come in the booth, he like that shit, he take your shit. So y'all put it all together, man. They kept talking. See, all the interviews they did really became incriminating interviews. By them keep talking about Jay-Z so much throughout the years, they created a track record of all his behavior that now plays out as abuse, taking tracks. This man come in the room, know I'm about to have a hit in New York. He know I'm about to have a hit. He know I'm about to have the city going crazy. He takes the beat. He puts the pressure on the producer takes the beat. Then on top of that, he recorded this song that same night after getting motivated off my shit. When people don't understand how hard it is to make a song. Some people don't understand. Once the song is put together, you just got to write your verse. That ain't shit. The concept take time. The thought, the pattern, the flow, the cadence. When I can make up my own cadence, he can come and just flip my whole shit to his shit. Get all the credit because I'm a nobody. That's what he was doing. I'm taking that track. Then he got to set up where, all right, if y'all do want to do y'all thing, New York, or anybody, we ain't gonna be able to afford those beats. So yeah, we know New York got a lot of rappers that can spit, but they ain't never gonna get no top production like that. Because they ain't gonna be able to afford it. See the game they playing, y'all? And they play the game of, if I do get a deal, they're gonna charge my label $100,000 for that shit. Tell you, they always play this taxing game. They bitches, man. I say that in the name of hip-hop rap. You know what I'm saying? They took our culture, y'all. They took our culture and did what they want to do and got rich off it. But my point is, they ain't getting praise in the end. They got the money, they got the fame, but they ain't getting no more praise. Thank you very much, Fatima. They're not getting no more praise. Not from me. This ain't no hate. But I'm just telling y'all all. Steve Harvey, y'all better worry about Steve Harvey. All right, he the one telling y'all right now. So rappers, you better worry about Steve Harvey. All right, let's go. Thank you, Fatima. Steve Harvey warns young men not to become like Diddy. Don't become like him. Don't hang with him. Don't hang with nobody like Diddy. He said, you'll turn into puppy if you don't respect it. He was old enough to really get it together, but he didn't. You have to practice acts of kindness. You've got to be a gentleman through it all. Dude's going to have more than one chick. But you don't have to be abusive with it or abrasive with it. Puffy was doing all this and getting away with a lot. But when that video came out, what you doing? For you to be a public figure, that's your reaction to this girl? That's what we caught on tape. My goodness, what's been going on when you ain't been in front of the elevator? So Steve Harvey said, Diddy ain't nobody to look up to. You're going to be just like Diddy if you fuck around with him. Is First Montana not a little Diddy? So like I told you all, guys, it's in your face. They all got a little bit of Diddy in them. But once you start hanging with Diddy, then you got it. Do all of them not look like Diddy knockoffs? All right, all you got to do is look at all of them before Diddy. That's all you got to do. Look at all of them when they first started. And then you'll see when they call themselves getting dressed, they look like fucking Diddy. Diddy style. Look at Jeezy. Ain't that some shit Diddy wear right there? Look at Meek Mill. Ain't that some shit Diddy wear right there? Look at Fat Joe. Ain't that some shit Diddy wear? Look at ASAP Ferg. All that shit look like Diddy, y'all. I told you, man. I know dressing. They all got Diddy in them, especially them fucking shades. It's certain shades you wear that's Diddy shades. If you notice, Diddy wore shades, but he didn't wear all shades. He had a specific shades he wore mostly. Guys, the truth is, none of these rappers are cornballs. A lot of them are cornballs that couldn't dress. Diddy had to teach these fools how to dress. How you know that? 50 Cent told you try to take him shopping, which means Diddy gonna get you right. He gonna teach your ass how to dress. He gonna teach you how to pick out your clothes. And you a rapper, so he gonna say, man, wear this, wear that, man. Switch it up like this, man. Do this, do that. You gonna dress just like that nigga in the end. Here, you got it right here. Huh? You got facts. I prove to y'all, none of them could dress. None of them really could dress for real. They had to learn how to dress. Let me see what rappers from New York could dress. I say Cam and Mace, Jim Jones. Fabulous, he could dress. I'll give it to Fabulous. That might be about it. Fatjoe just started dressing a little while. No, a lot of them started stepping their dress game up for the gram. But since they don't dress for the gram no more, Jadakiss never could dress like that. I'm not even gonna say the rappers that can't dress like that. I'm not even gonna say it. But yeah, it's certain rappers that can't dress, y'all. So then you got it. Bringing up Mary. They bringing up Mary still, y'all. Mary, it said Mary ruined Vegas. They say her show was horrible. She was acting like she didn't want to be there. She wasn't showing fans no love. She was sitting down a lot. She wasn't singing. They said she couldn't even act like she enjoyed. Meaning, y'all, you know you got to be fake sometimes. You know at work, you know how you go to work, you're sick, but you got to act like. They said she couldn't even do that. I'm also showing you how Wikipedia is trolling them by putting certain pictures up. Y'all know out of all the pictures they could have used on Mary, they're using this one. How we know this? Because I saw what they did to Jim Jones. First, he had a picture. Then 1 minute, he ain't had no picture. That shit was gone. And then what? They did the same thing to Dame. It's like 1 minute Dame had a picture. Then 1 minute he was they made him a cartoon character. And then 1 minute he ain't had no picture no more. I was like, damn, they ain't I guess they ain't celebrities no more, man. I don't know. But because see, Wikipedia reacts a certain way when you active. They always update them. So I've seen what they did. Like I've seen Wikipedia upgrade people's picture to make it look better. Then I saw every person affiliated with Diddy or in trouble some kind of way. Wikipedia swapped out their picture and they'll put some bullshit there. I'm telling you, they'll put a black and white picture. I've been seeing the shit they've been doing, Wikipedia, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna prove it to y'all on that. But they purposely put this picture of Mary looking like that. So everybody knows, y'all. Without Diddy, Mary ain't nothing. Look at her now. Don't she look like Baps? All right. We're going to get out of here, y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Steve Harvey is going hard on Diddy. He's going hard to get away from this because he don't want to go down. Meaning Steve Harvey does not want to lose his brands. He's trying to stop you. Put it like this is a game Steve Harvey's playing. Steve Harvey knows most of this stuff is online. But if he can control as many narratives as he can, and if he can do this one thing of getting away from this Diddy shit, so he knows the only way to get away from Diddy, you got to trash him. That's what he's doing. Because Steve knows. He knows the older generation don't know about this. The only people that been on, only us that been online and shit like that, we know about Lori Harvey. But the average person, let's be honest, see, say like your mom, she works, she don't be reading this shit. She don't know about Steve Harvey business. So Steve knows that. My people that listen to me on the radio, they don't know about this Lori. They didn't catch on to that Lori Harvey Diddy shit. So on the radio, he can play it off like he never hung with Diddy. He don't know nothing about Diddy. See? So a lot of this shit he's doing, he understands. He still got his brands. So he's getting on top of it and controlling it while he can. You know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey is trying to remix history. So the only way for him to do that is deny Diddy. So when I told you that nobody else did it, I'm showing you now why Steve Harvey is smart at what he's doing. He knows what he has to do. In order for his career to go forward, he has to trash his past affiliations with the diddler. All right. And I told you that everybody that's quiet is going to go down by the code of silence. Guilty by association. So I was just trying to tell them, oh, this wasn't a situation where you're just going to ignore it. Yeah, it don't have nothing to do with you. You call yourself mind of your business. But if you have a career and a brand, you can't. Okay, you got a store. Come to find out, you were selling Oreos with lead in it. Oreos get in trouble for having lead. But you were selling that shit the whole time out your store. And you never took responsibility for some of the people you got sick. You never say, hey, man, we ain't selling that Oreo shit no more. Word is, you know, it was some bad Oreos. We were selling them for a minute, but we're not selling Oreos no more. You're just gonna keep being quiet and selling Oreos. After you know for a fact what them Oreos did. Told you, man, everything gets played out on a small level. You cannot be indulged with certain shit and think it's gonna go away. Here you got it, y'all. So Steve Harvey knows that this was his way of throwing Diddy under the bus, getting away from him. He also, Steve Harvey ain't stupid. He also saw Kevin Hart get roasted. He ain't dumb. He know Kevin Hart got roasted. What else he know? He know Cat Williams don't like him. He also know Cat Williams squashed the beef with Kevin Hart. Steve Harvey ain't stupid. If Cat Williams and Kevin Hart cool, shit, I can't take one more time Cat coming at me again. He know if Cat come at him one more time, he like, fuck that. Let me get in front of this Diddy shit before Cat get on that stage and bring this Lori Harvey shit up. Ha ha ha. That's my opinion. Nothing I say is a fact, but it is a fact. We gonna get out of here. So thank y'all all for tapping in. More coming. I got another members only coming later, y'all. So y'all stay tuned. On that note, y'all enjoy y'all day. We back at it. It's been a long May, but we in the middle of the year. Other than that, y'all enjoy y'all day, and we gonna get out of here. 1